do the Cavaliers respond tonight? Hi, everyone, along with the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller and Allie LaForce on our sideline, Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right, how do the Cavaliers respond? Well, first of all, textbook.
Mic check, mic check. Let me know in chat if my mic is working.
They control the pace. And to me, what they've got to do is continue to get Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. They were masterful in game one, in the first and the second half. So if you're Cleveland, turn to the Twin Towers. They've got to dominate the paint and the glass. So lineup issues, let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin and Reggie, well, a critical part of the Knicks' game one win was
Mic check, mic check.
the bench and scored 17, single-handedly outscoring the entire Cavs bench. He sprained his left ankle. He was listed as doubtful this morning. He went through pregame warm-ups. He went through shoot-around. He's wearing a left brace on the ankle, but the team just moments ago cleared him, and he's ready to play.
All good. All right, cool.
Now presented by Kia. The New York Knicks have the third-rate offense in the NBA. Randall with the double-double on Saturday, and Brunson at 27 in the New York win. Cleveland has the number one defense coming into these playoffs. Number one rated. And they got some offense as well. Mitchell had 38 Saturday in the loss. With a look at Jalen Brunson, who is scoring more, shooting better, and doing everything he probably thought he
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're good.
Dallas, the numbers are up in every category. Well, you and I, we fell in love with his game during last season's playoff when he was with Dallas on that run to the conference finals in the West. He's been fantastic for the Knicks, and it's good to see Julius Randle back. He missed the last 5 games of the regular season with that turned ankle. Late first half.
All right, it's a big one. This is a big one for the Cavs. They really need this one. I'm looking for Donovan, well, not Donovan, Darius Garland to come out swinging. You know what I mean? First playoff series, okay. First playoff game, okay, I get it. Second playoff game, though, I think you're going to get back to being used to how he plays his game.
Great scene, game 2. Our coaches tonight, Tony Brothers, our referee, Ben Taylor, and Brett Barnaky is our umpire. Alternate, Mano in the center, and in the replay center, Mitchell Urban along with Aaron Smith, and the Cavs begin things here. Okoro across the lane and into Brunson.
Hey, aggressive. No foul? Thank you. Oh, my gosh. All right.
To get the loose ball, but picks up the foul, the first on him.
No jump ball there, though.
Well, this is what you want a bowler to be doing. Taking the ball off the dribble and getting into the paint.
That's a jump ball. That's a jump ball. All right.
But him picking up that a little bit of pressure on him trying to guard Jalen Brunson. You don't want him to pick up a quick 2. Brunson working on his shot over Okoro, and a quick lead for the New York Knicks, who won game 101 to 97.
Here you go, DG. Play a game. Play a game.
Off that baseline, here's Allen, who had a double-double. 14 points and 14 rebounds in game 1. Mitchell.
All right, nice. Nice little bucket.
His ability to spring up on those benches. So difficult to ever get a hand up or block a shot on Mitchell. So getting early foul trouble on Saturday. A couple early fouls, and his third early in the second.
No good. Yeah, he went down hard. He went down hard.
One of the great offensive rebounders in the league. He's the best offensive rebounder in the game.
Yeah, they're really trying to force a Okoro. Way to take the charge. Way to take the charge, Colt.
Stood his ground, right? This is textbook taking a charge in the chest right here.
Yeah, it's Tex.
The adjustments by the Cavaliers coming into tonight will be seen as Barrett will pick up Garland. And they put him over inside.
No. You gotta let Okoro take those shots.
And here's Barrett. He was only 2 of 12. He has a corkscrew move and kicks it out and in the corner, punts in front. Robinson tries to get it, steering it inside.
There you go. Way to battle. Way to battle back, Jared.
And they come the other way with Garland.
There we go. Way to battle, Jared. Way to battle.
Love about the Cavaliers because once they can secure the rebound, it's off to the races. And they're too big. Love running the floor, Kevin.
Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Best road record
They call it timeout.
in the NBA coming in. This is huge. Second foul on a forward. I talked about how important was the pass.
Put in Lamar Stevens. Put in Lamar Stevens. No, not Jetty.
To the bench here.
Here we go.
Jetty, Osman will check in. He guarded Brunson most of that fourth quarter. He was 6'7.5.
Put in Lamar Stevens.
Jalen Brunson knocks it down. 41% from three. He is the most improved player of the year finalist. Again, the 27. He had 1 free on Saturday. There comes Garland. Goes in. Very comfort-filled paint with Mobile then outside. Still didn't get it. Nice lunging rebound by Grimes. And the other way, Barrett. He'll pick up the three.
Nah, RJ ain't shooting for shit this series. It's too strong. Good rebound by RJ Barrett, though. Ain't no carry. That's good defense. Good shot. That's good defense. Hey, man, every time there's contact, we can't look up for the foul. It's just not getting called today. Battle through it. Battle through it.
It will be the Knicks ball. Well, the Knicks are absolutely attacking the offensive glass. Once again, we saw in game one how successful they were. Second chance points, offensive rebounds at a premium here in this series. Look at Tom Thibodeau now in his third season as the head coach in New York. Randall puts a three.
You can put up a hand. Come on now.
Nice call out of that inbound play, an 8-0 run for the New York Knicks. They started game one on a 9-2 run, now 10-4 here for the Knicks. Cavaliers have lost 4 straight to New York going back to the regular season. See what the clock got a try by Donovan Mitchell. The Knicks are picking up where they
Get Jetty off the floor.
shot which is short. Robinson had it and fumbled it away. Missing the last 5 games of the regular season was Julius Randle, and in his plays was Obi Toppin who came in and played well. But boy, Randle in there sure showed what he could do in game one with the double-double, 19 and 10. It's Garland. And Barrett's looking at
What are we doing, man?
driving and goes hurtling into the stands on the pass and out of bounds with a whistle. Mitchell's going to pick up the foul here for Cleveland. Turnover at one end. Brunson again, the unselfish play. The lead pass to Grimes. He gets fouled, headed to the free throw line. For the New York Knicks, their second playoff appearance in the last 3 seasons with Grimes at the line, a 79% free throw shooter. First time he's been in the playoffs. The second-year player from Houston who began at the University of Kansas. Toppin comes in for Randall. Again, remember, he missed the last 5 games of the regular season because of that turned ankle. And Toppin played well on those 4 regular season starts. Toppin Former number 8 pick on the team, averaged 24 points and shot 57% from before.
There you go. There you go.
Austin is a better shooter than a Toru at that small forward position.
There's Brunson, his dad's on this coaching staff. He was going up on the defense of Jetty Osman. And a foul called on the 60th player out of Turkey. With a timeout, 6.5 to go in the first on team.
Yeah, Coral just did not have the. They really wanted to get a Coral going in the first couple minutes of this game, and it ain't working, man. It ain't working. He ain't got it. He ain't got it right now. He ain't got it. There's days where Coral is aggressive, and he is ready to go, and he's shooting, and he's committed to driving to the hoop. And then there are days like this where Coral's kind of just, scared to do anything. This is one of them days where he's not going to be very useful. Might as well reside to that. Might as well reside to that. Yeah. I think this series calls for more physicality. You know who to put in if you need more physicality. We're not being physical. They're out physicaling you in the paint. We're not being strong enough. We're not finishing through contact. Every time somebody gets hit, they're looking for the foul still. This is the playoffs. You're not getting the foul. You're not getting the foul. Just play through it. Stop doing it. We're the foul. You ain't getting it, dog. Finish the play. Like, so much of that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Please kill that like button. We got 57 people in here. I want to go check this and see if we got. Let's try to get 50 likes, right? A like per person. I think Lamar Stevens should be in the game. If Okoro's going to be in foul trouble, I really maybe you don't think Lamar Stevens can guard Jalen Brunson, but neither can Jetty Osman. Feeling dangerously 113 says with the super chat, $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Says I'm already heated. Q, help me here. It's the first quarter. You ain't that. You getting heated in the first quarter of the basketball game is a real bad look. Don't do that. You know what I mean? It's honestly a bad look when y'all do it during the football season, but it's a real bad look in the first quarter for a basketball game. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And especially the first 4 minutes in the first 4 quarters. We got to let it play out a little bit more than that. No, I mean, Garland's not trying to be cute. He's trying to throw a oop. They're just out of sync. You know what I mean? He's throwing the oops too high. You got to throw the oop. Part of your ability, part of what makes the Cavs offense hard to defend is their verticality. The ability to get lobs. They're just not getting them right now.
You look at all the playoff teams, the teams that
Cold start. I mean, it's a 6-point deficit in the first quarter, though. You know what I mean? We shouldn't even be at, hey, we got plenty of time. We got all the time. The game has barely started. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Even a lot of people were talking about that after the game.
Well, you don't want to use excuses, but 3 of the 5 starters for Cleveland, their first taste of the playoffs. And in playoff basketball, it's much more physical. They allow you to hold more. There's a lot more hitting, and it's much more physical. So you're asking 3 of your starters to start the game with that type of level of intensity. And sometimes it takes a while.
Service referred is in. Evan Mobley is out. Allie, what do you have?
You going small here?
I guess we
The
didn't.
Cavaliers,
Yep.
the Cavaliers, to your point, they admitted to me, we were shaken in game 1 in the beginning. Donovan said, listen, it's always good to get out of your system, but I hate using that term in the playoffs because you don't really have time to get it out system, but it's true.
There you go. Big three. Big three.
Understand what the playoffs are all about.
Good stuff. Shot there by Darius Garland. Johnson offers a little bit of a change from game one. Top intensity off the glass high.
There you go.
It's up to Barista. Austin, the other
No.
and back on top. To Donovan Mitchell. In his sixth postseason. Now outside.
Big three.
For Donovan Mitchell, nice line there by Allen, but it's because Mitchell's ability to draw two players every time he comes off.
Downstream. Right there for Garland, who has 17 game one, 3 times now. Rebound, Harris Hooper. He struggled in game one. He was 1 of 7. And comes the other way, like we said, right now into bubble. Austin will make a move. Tuck it in there.
Bad pass, Jetty. Just slow down. Just slow down. I know you on the ground, but look right. You had somebody right there.
Defensively by New York. Comes up with the steal, and they are continuing to look ahead.
Austin is in because there were 2 fouls on the starter, Isaac Okoro. Ball knocked away right there. As the Cavs are moving, it is a whistle, and it is a foul on New York. Mitchell Robinson will pick up his second personal foul. Garland will be at the strike for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they were number 1 in defense, number 9 in offense, ranked in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating, 1 of 3 teams overall. Now, Kenny and Chuck with the word from FanDuel.
Chuck, yes, sir. I'm happy my volume on because they mess it up upstairs a lot. But don't forget to download the FanDuel app. It's America's #1 sportsbook. Now, Chuck.
These Streamlabs got real scammy quick.
We'll go back to New York down to have win tonight. Ooh, gonna be 1-1. Easy win. Easy win. I heard it from him.
Josh Hart is coming for the New York Knicks. Bad ankle and all. Toppin is in. Hartenstein is coming from New York. Here is Toppin. Thought 3. Takes the majority of his shots in free-throw territory. There's a pocket 5 to try by Grimes and a foul called on the New York guard as he was taking it in. Grimes picks up number 1 for the Knicks.
And Kevin, here's the playoff defense Coach Bickerstaff has been looking for from his young Cavaliers team. Everyone tied together on a string, multiple plays defensively to come up with that offensive charge.
First 3 All-Star games for Metro takes it the other way. Heroes Lifford. Running through the fin. Lifford will accelerate and steers his way into the paint. And feeds.
Oh, Danny Green in there. Oh, he took a bad shot. All right. Hey, I like that. I like the move though by Mobley. I don't mind that shot. I don't mind that shot. Good defense.
That's back-to-back shots there by Brooklyn that have gone in and out.
Knicks have started this game 6 of 15. As again, Tom Thibodeau goes to the bench and brings in Emmanuel quickly. Grimes is 6, so Hart is in, Quickly is in, Hartenstein is in, Brunson now, and Tucker. One starter on the floor. He's got the ball right now. Brunson, Hartenstein down low, tucked away by Harris Hibbert. Spinning and generating inside.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Slow the game to your pace. Slow the game to your pace.
Moving his feet, being active, even though he's giving up size and weight.
Cavaliers 5 of 13, and here is Mitchell.
Yeah. That's in. That's in, yep.
He shot 56% from three since the All-Star break. Only he didn't hit one in game one. He was 0-3, but puts one in from long range.
That might be in too. Nah, it's off.
For the first time in the series, coming off an ACL kick fake. Definitely goes in a whistle.
This is how you get your team.
There you go. Make sure you hit that like button.
When your best player.
Nah, you don't want to challenge an out of bounds ball in the first quarter. That would be dumb. Even if you do win it, you don't get it back. Nah, that would be a horrible challenge if they would have challenged that. Even if you win it, what are you challenging? Like you could get a goaltending that you need to challenge in the fourth quarter, or something more severe, a 6 foul. You can't waste it in the first quarter trying to get a loose ball back when you could just play defense and get the ball back. So, nah, they wouldn't take that foul. But much better in the second part of that first quarter. Obviously, it's still going, but that's a much, much better look of it. That's more or less what you want to see out of them. I think I got some stuff set up now. Full screen. I'm sorry. I'm setting up some stuff here. It's a new setup for me. I don't normally stream from the bedroom. All right. So, yep. First quarter so far, I'm all right with it. Isaac Okoro got into foul trouble. They were really, really trying to get him going early in this game. And he was trying to be aggressive. It just wasn't there for him. He wasn't dropping any of his layups. It's not like he missed a big one. But they played a little bit more physical. It went a little smaller too here with the lineup because now they got Danny Green out there, which I find interesting, with Emmanuel quickly on the floor. How much defense can Danny Green play? Can he space the floor? Because if the Cavs can start to space the Knicks really ain't going to have an answer for that, the way that they're built. So we can space them. We're going to be all right. Again, like I said, this is not like playing the Milwaukee Bucks, right? If we were playing the Milwaukee Bucks, every possession would matter so much because the margin of error you need to have to beat the Milwaukee Bucks is like this with Giannis, if you're the Cavs. The margin of error is not that small with the Knicks. It just isn't. They're not that good of a team. They're a good team, no doubt. They can beat you, no doubt. But the margin of error, you can have a couple bad quarters. We saw it last night. I mean, not last night, but on Saturday. Cavs had like 4 bad quarters. Had like 10 good minutes out that game. And they almost won it. The margin of error is high against the Knicks. Well, it's higher against the Knicks than it would be against other opponents. No, I ain't never talking about baseball, man. And if you want to leave your impact on this show and also help the show out and make sure that more content like this can go, you can always check out the Patreon where I have exclusive perks like exclusive streams. This week we're going to watch Draft Day on Patreon, the movie. So that'll be fun. Make sure you join for that stream. Also, if you're interested in an audio-only version, if you join the Dog Check tier, not only do you get the name on the ticket, you get access to the audio-only ad-free versions of the Untitled Unfiltered videos. And you can help the show out by super chatting during the live stream. Not only does that guarantee I get to interact with you in chat, it also allows you to, be a part of the show.
And points scored per game at 28, highest three-point percentage of his career. He stands at the line right there. A quick 4 for him, and a 4-point Cavalier lead.
His last 4 regular season games where he averaged 42.
And if you want, just hit the like button. That's support enough too.
Cavaliers team in a 4th seed.
Brunson in the corner, tapping triple.
All right.
Say over half of his shots are
68% of top-end shots are from three-point territory compared to last year, which was 36% of his shots. LeBron will take it in, careening off defenders. Here comes Brunson the other way. Full throttle. He is all gas and no break as he takes it the other way. And he's got a quick 8 points, picking up where he left off. It is 21 in game 1 in the second half. Champions in the corner. With a free rebound.
That's fine.
Takes it in, scooping it home. What bad angle, huh? Wow, he accelerates to the deuce at the other end.
And if you're holding Britain stuff, that can't happen. You can't shoot a 3 and then allow the Knicks to go coast to coast. Where's the defensive transition defense?
Mobley will hand off, and Mitchell takes it in a thicket of defenders. Green, down low, Mobley, Hartenstein with a foul. Hartenstein
Yep.
will pick it up. Number 2.
Coast to coast here by Hart. How spectacular was he off the bench for the Knicks in game 1?
This is his first playoff experience. I mean, this is a player who has been in the NBA for 6 seasons, had the sprained left ankle. Allie was talking about that. Now experiencing the postseason for over 400 regular season games and the first time in a 6-year career.
And he's really a starter. And it shows you the type of attitude he has. Again, a lot like Jalen Brunson, his teammate at Villanova. They'll do whatever it takes for the team to win. And if that's coming
What is going on?
that's what it'll be. That's what Vincent Foul looks like.
Mitchell Robinson is checked back in for New York. Much of the surprise of Tom.
Obi Toppin.
Foul goes on Toppin, who picks up number 1.
Looked like it was an elbow to the neck of Darius Garland on that cross screen. We might take a look at
I
this.
think they are going to take a look.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with the trolls today.
I mean, there is
So if you came in just to be an asshole in chat, auto block.
Let's look at the terrific Tony.
Or if I remember you being an asshole in chat last night, auto block.
Watch it again. Initially, quickly was on
he,
the verge.
he had no idea that Garland was behind him. He was just, it's the normal basketball play right here, but he catches him above the shoulder area.
And Osman was the one who kind of lifted the arm up as he was driving through the screen.
I am once again asking, could y'all stop hitting Darius Garland in the face? Thank you very much. We could turn the ball over against the Knicks. That's not going to be that big of a deal. Because the Knicks are going to turn the ball over too.
And down below. How many as you heard?
Congratulations to Tony Brother and his wife Kimberly. They're getting ready to open up their first restaurant in Norfolk, Virginia. It's called
Obi Toppin wolfing though. Look at that. Look at them ways. He wolfing. I know hooping got to mess up your wolf crazy.
and comedian, fine dining food.
Well, you'll be there. I know that.
All right, bro.
Norfolk, baby.
There they are talking. Tonight we're in Cleveland, and the NBA on TNT is brought to you by the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA. And here's Darius Garland at the free throw line, 86%. The thing about his line in game 1, he had just 1 assist. He had 5 turnovers, but Richie not a single.
How many likes we got?
And the guard rebounding for the Knicks.
49. Let's try to get to 80.
In that 4-point win on Saturday.
I heard this all throughout my career, and it's so true. Guards got to get into that paint area, to the edges of that free throw line, and rebound the basketball. Because you can't always assume that Garland and Mobley are going to snatch everything up, which they did in game 1.
Here comes Thompson, 3 of 7, long shot, rims out, Mobley the rebound.
There you go.
That's 3 shots that have gone in and out in Brunson.
Hoffman 3. And Robinson's gets the ball, collecting it.
We are not a good team when we take all these shots from the outside. I know they're giving you it, but you cannot live like that. It's not your strength. For the love of God.
Charging with less than a minute to go in the first, and Garland will snap it up and off and foul. At the 48-28-second mark, and the Cavaliers, with the 6th best home record in the NBA, will put Garland at the line. And Brunson, who had 2 early fouls in game 1, picks up his first with less than a minute to go here in game 2 in the first.
Right. I like right here. He wants the free throw line for number 5 and 6 free throws. This is the guy in the 4th quarter of game 1. No field goal attempts, no points, and no assists. In 12 minutes. Come on, you've got to be that second best player on the floor. You know, we talked about at the top. You've got to be that Robin to Donovan Mitchell's Batman.
And Allie Garland is imperative to the Cavaliers, has been all season long.
There you go. It's tied up.
Donovan Mitchell knows that he told me today that he's had multiple
Remember,
conversations with Garland.
what cost this team the game last time? Free throws, rebounds, layups. Fundamental stuff. Feeling dangerous. 113 says facts. DG takes more hits to the face than Pac-Man does in a 12-man fight. Yep. Here we go. All right, fast break. All right, now.
It's the 4 against the 5. The Cavs and the Knicks as Garland surveys.
Fantastic defensive effort in this first quarter.
There you go. Shoot that. There we go. There we go. That's good basketball right there. There you go. Much better. Much better. It looks like they're easing into the environment. They're easing into the energy, the nerves of it. The New York Knicks, most of this core has played in the playoffs together outside of Jalen Brunson, who played last year, right? The Cavs, Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, this is their first real playoff series. You know, this is going to take a while to adjust for them, but you can see them getting comfortable in this environment. It's becoming normal to them. And the more normal this environment becomes, the better this team will be in this environment. It's that simple. It's really that simple. The turnovers weren't the reason the Cavs lost on Saturday. It was not something that helped, but the Knicks turned the ball over plenty in that game. You look at the last sequence of the game, and this is why I say it's not the turnovers. What cost you the game when you got it tied with 2 minutes left? You had 2 possessions where you played good defense initially, and you didn't get the defensive rebound. What made the game closer? In the first quarter, you missed like 5 open layups. Also, what hurt you in the fourth quarter? Free throws. The turnovers weren't the big thing in the fourth quarter. They weren't great off turnovers, but neither were the Knicks. That's where the Cavs hurt themselves. Yeah, it's good. Hey, it's also the first quarter, 25-22. I would like to see some more guys get comfortable. The important thing is, I don't think Donovan Mitchell has had more than 4 points. We know he's going to get to at least like 28, 30 points. So you're getting some guys who are scoring. Karis LeVert, much better today. Karis LeVert is playing much. We got to give him his credit because we be in Karis LeVert ass when he don't play well. Karis LeVert playing much better today, making his shots. There it is. I think they're looking more like the Cavs team that we know and love.
Being tied, being on a string. Alan LaForce had a chance to speak to the Knicks head coach, Tom Thibodeau, about that defense.
Well, Coach, in order to get on and run the way that you want to, you got to have those half-court stops. How would you grade the half-court D?
Well, they beat us to the loose balls. They beat us to second shot.
Got 94 people in chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button.
What robots did you see?
Just trust the pass. The game's going to tell you what to do. Take the last, spread it out, take the extra pass.
Thank you, Coach.
Hey, we'll take that shot. Just make sure you get the rebound. Got to catch it on the first release. No. We're getting way too many shots blocked. Read.
For Randall, he had 17 days where he did not play. A little bit of practice, certainly the treatment lately.
Get out, corner. Got to see the corner. Yeah, Danny Green right there. Let him shoot it. Let him pick it.
Shot clock down to 6. This is over the reach of Mobley.
Oh, yeah, it's easy. You know, Danny Green's always ran like that, but it always freaks me out. Boy, they aren't calling a single thing on the Cavs side. Like, every time there's contact. Like, but there's a foul on the Knicks side every time there's contact. See? See? How? What is this? Like, what are these calls?
At both ends. Mitchell Robinson, he felt his arms were over.
Oh, how that not a foul? How is that not a foul?
No call. I mean, at the other end,
But then, like, whenever you breathe on a New York Knick, that's a foul. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Game 1, here's the assist leader for the Knicks, who had 6 on Saturday and a couple of steals, making 4 steals with his 7 points, and 74% free throw shooter. Hits back in there.
well, Barrett and quickly, offensively, got to be a little bit more aggressive for the Knicks.
Garland is aggressive. Look at him take his shot up and attempt in front to get once and twice. He had the 14 points on Saturday. Comes up empty right there. With the pedal to the middle. On the side.
It's all.
Yeah, again. Barrett, another chance.
Don't poke. Don't poke. There you go. There you go. There you go. See, that's what I mean. The Knicks gonna turn the ball over. We good on that.
The basket. I know he's trying to be unselfish.
Mitchell's going to come back in. Danny Green's going to sit.
I thought there were a couple opportunities there for us to get some use out of those Danny Green minutes that they didn't see offensively. They got to do a better job. They're giving him them corner threes. If you got Danny Green out there, let him shoot it. That's why he's on the team. Amazing. They just ran over Donovan Mitchell, didn't call a damn thing. Dude, they.
This dribbling display by Darius Garland. That is special.
Here's put on a barrage and move. Josh Hart He'll pick up the foul for the New York Knicks. At the free throw line is Jared Allen, who is a 73% free throw shooter. He turns 25 on Friday, and tonight from Cleveland.
Yeah, we expect Jared to miss some of his free throws. That's not a big deal. It's a big deal when Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell shooting terrible from the free throw line.
To the bench now with those 2 fouls, 4 rebounds, 3 block shots. And Coach Thibodeau was raving about this 2-headed monster at that center position between Hartenstein and Robinson. They both do different things, but collectively you add up their numbers and get it done for the Knicks.
Knicks are shooting 32, 48% shooting for the Cavs. Hartenstein is in the ball, thrown away, another Knick turnover. Another New York turnover.
What I tell y'all, the Knicks will turn the ball over. We don't got to worry about that.
The turnovers coming back. They still lead the points off turnovers. Poor shooting by both. New York last 5 minutes of 5 from the floor.
Way to be aggressive, DG.
It's inside the drive by Garland.
Garland has that. He answered the bell. Garland has answered the bell. Look how aggressive he's been in this first half. Already, we'll have shot 8 free throws, and we got 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Well, look, we've been asking for Darius Garland. He's the second best player on this team. Leads him in assists at almost 8 a game. He can shoot the basketball from deep. He's unselfish. It's all the dribbling. How about the defense right there? Taking the charge in the chest.
And Reg, as you were talking about today, you were wondering, will the Cavaliers' physicality be felt? They lacked that in game 1. They're playing
There you go.
much more desperate mode and certainly a more physical mode tonight.
And that's how you engage this fantastic fan base here in Cleveland.
Yards on defensive. Yards got it. Garland is on
No switch needed. No switch needed. He going to take a bad shot. He going to take a bad shot. Let him. No switch. No switch. There you go. RJ good for some bad shots, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Go up, Ev. There we go. Let's get it rolling. Yeah, they calling timeout. There you go. There you go. Just play your game. Play your game. Play your game. The Knicks are doing nothing to stop you. Cavs were in their own way on Saturday. The Cavs were in their own way on Saturday. Now it looks like they're not. You see how much better they're playing. The only thing stopping the Cavs from beating the Knicks is the Cavs. Let's go. Yeah, Randall can't move right now. Like, if I'm the New York Knicks, like, I don't think you're a better team right now playing Julius Randle in the state he is in. Because not only is he not really helpful right now for you defensively, he's also a liability offensively, because not only is he can move less, obviously, he's not rebounding, but also he's going to take some bad shots away from the basket. I wouldn't be surprised if they just eventually start running a ton of Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson minutes out there, because that's when things are harder for the Cavs. The offense is when those two are on the floor, Hartenstein and Mitchell. Yeah. Randall doesn't look great out there. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So, honestly, yeah, I think this is a good start, but again, more physical, keep pushing on the gas pedal, Don't let New York breathe. You know what I mean? Don't let New York breathe. Can't let them breathe. They only beat you on Saturday because they out-hustled you. Like, they just wanted it more than you. That's the only reason. It's the only reason. Jalen Brunson is a great player. He's not supposed to be a good enough player to eliminate you in a 7-game series if you are a team that thinks they're at the caliber of the Cleveland Cavaliers. No disrespect to Jalen Brunson, but we normally, like, even with the improvement that he's made, we know that Jalen Brunson in a championship team, he's probably the second best player. That's not disrespect to him. That's just the truth. They're not getting anything out of Emmanuel quickly. We don't know offensively what they're going to be able to get out of Julius Randle. They are going to struggle to score pretty soon here. I wonder if they're going to show Deshaun Watson because I think he is the gentleman that is next to Denzel Ward.
Lakers, Braves, Wolves, Nuggets. For more NBA.com or visit the NBA app and Brunson is back in.
Yeah, Brunson's great.
Murphy works on the spinning. Randall is in a straight jacket in the ball chart. 3-shot class.
Nah, it's off.
It's picked off the arm that time by the rebounder, Jared. Here comes Brunson. He'll try to create the other way. Randall thought about 3. Popping.
Good defense. Good defense. There we go. Hey, 5-on-4, 5-on-4, 5-on-4. You go shoot it. There you go. Oh, yeah. Gas him. Come on, gas him. Stick. Hey, I'm fine with that. Let him know where he at. Let him know where he at.
Down there by Randall on Allen. That's where he hurt his left arm, and here's Brunson at the other end.
Let him know where he's at.
Didn't even see him there.
Taking a look at a cut, I think, on the left arm, they are, of Julius Randle.
What a response here in game 2 defensively by the Cavaliers.
Well, the physicality, and the
Pick it up.
yes,
Pick it up.
it is there. Well, we got a quick timeout and 7:01 to play.
Hey, shout out to, because honestly, couldn't be more disappointed with how Jared Allen and Evan Mobley played defensively last night. Well, not last night. I keep saying last night. Yeah, I just could not be more disappointed with how they played. And they really came out here defensively. And for the start of this second quarter, I've been extremely happy with the defense that I've seen from both Mobley and Jared Allen. Much more physical, not just giving up space and holding your own ground, getting tall, getting vertical on them. It's what you want to see. Karis LeVert out there running his ass off. That's what you want to see. I reset.
The Knicks have a better road record than a home record. Trying to get free. Hartenstein collides, foul, counted for 2, and send Isaiah Hartenstein.
It's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Penetration of who? Jalen Brunson. All the white jerseys around him. Hartenstein does the right thing. Finding open space. Look at the white jerseys around.
That's fine.
Nice concentration.
Hey, DG, you not really going to contest that shot, though. Right? Like, that's DG's fault. He should have realized he wasn't going to be able to get a good contest, so there wasn't no reason to him jumping. Good rebound, though.
The It's Mitchell the other way.
There you go. Get up. And what?
Laser throw by Donovan Mitchell.
Lack of communication there by the Knicks.
He's got 4 assists. Filling up every category. Trying to throw inside his Brunson. Working on offense. Shoots a pass.
There you go. Knicks turning the ball over. Uh-oh. That goes in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Now he's comfortable. Now he's comfortable. Call that timeout. Yeah, call that timeout, Tom. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's it. Right there. Squeeze him. Get him tight. Okay, you got the one bad foul on Haverstein. He missed the free throw. So actually it was a good foul because I would have just said let him take the shot. Honestly, uncontested. If Darius Garland was the only one that can contest that. So good contest. You got 1/2 of a point out, 1 point out of there. Feeling dangerous says DG makes some noise. Appreciate that. Yeah, DG getting comfortable out there, man. DG getting comfortable out there. DG is getting comfortable out there. You know what I mean? DG not only showing up on the offensive side, the defensive side too, he's been big. And think about it. Donovan Mitchell, I think he still only has 4 points. We're up by 12. Darius Garland has been carrying the load of the offense. I think we're getting much better bench scoring than we got last time. We're getting those rebounds. We're able to fight back physically. So it's not that they're just bigger, stronger than us. We can get that. I said last night, and I'll say it again, the Knicks are not a better basketball team than the Cavaliers. They're not. They're just not. The Cavs on Saturday did not make layups, did not get rebounds, it did not make free throws. That'll get you beat against anybody. Got them beat against the Knicks, who aren't anybody. They're a good team. No disrespect to them, but they're not better than the Cavs. The Cavs just had a regular game. They would have won that one. Now they're realizing what it takes in the playoffs. Now they're realizing the extra intensity. Is this something you like or not? You're not going to get the foul calls. You're going to have to put your shoulder in somebody's chest. You're going to have to get a little physical. That's all right. That's all right. This is a team that's really only played regular season basketball. How would they know how to play playoff basketball until they did it? This is the response you wanted to see from them. This is the team that you wanted to see. Suffocating defense and then smothering offense. This is the team. And again, I ask, who else on the New York Knicks other than Jalen Brunson is really putting up points? Who else on the New York Knicks are you really afraid of putting up points? Because Emmanuel Quickly, I ain't heard of him all series. It's been what, 5-6 quarters? He ain't scored nothing but like 3 points. It don't look like it's gonna be Julius Randle tonight. And we ain't even waiting for Donovan Mitchell to wake up. He's just not taking shots right now. Like he's letting other guys get into the flow of their game before he fatigues himself. Good defense, baby. Oh, put him on his ass. Let's go. Uh-oh. And that would have went in, dog. Get back. Donovan, you got to help on that. You were in position.
Shot there by Garland, but I like it. He has the hot hand. 19 in the first half.
Knick had their first player in double figures, 10 for Brunson, but he and Randall combined 6 of 17. Mobile trying to twist his way into the defensive Randall with a whistle and a foul in the first. And Julius Randall with a look at 43-year-old fourth-year head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. He took John Beeline's place midway through the season, 1920 season, but they improved to 22 wins, then 44, and 51 this year. He was a player who played college basketball at Oregon.
Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Minnesota. He'd been an interim head coach early on in his career with Houston. And got to the Cavaliers.
There you go. Nice little floater. Getting the rhythm of our offense. We just playing ball now. We just playing ball. Good contest. Hey, good contest, Mobley. I like that. I don't care if he scored. I don't care if he scored. I like that contest. That might go. That's off. There you go. He's not going. He's not going. He's not going. Rope. Way to kill it off. Way to kill it off. Slam it. There we go.
Only 4 field goal attempts, and he is absolutely dominating this game because of his own self-nation. He understands Garland has it going. 6 assists as well for Mitchell.
That's a good play. They did a little pin down. That's fine. Let's keep scoring. Keep playing in the rhythm of your game.
Here is Winston Garland played in the NBA. 7 years, drives into Brunson, pulls up shot to the defensive Hartenstein, and they all leap in a foul call. The Knicks will pick it up. 3.5 in the half.
Talk about anticipation right here. Mitchell with the quick hands. There was no way that Hartenstein was going to be able to recover and catch Mitchell in the open court.
Julius Randle just picked up his second personal foul. He and Hartenstein have 2. Robinson also has 2 for the Knicks.
And I'm very animated with the official Tony Brothers.
Darius Garland with it fingertips. Gets it off to Mitchell.
Don't. Way to be physical. Way to be physical, Mobley. Get to your spot. Don't let them stop you. That was big.
He's the youngest finalist ever at 21 years of age.
And that's an interesting once you see the basketball go through. Even that first dunk he had off the baseline, it kind of got him going. Look at that. More buckets there for Mobley.
Jared, you fell asleep there.
With his play, the footwork, terrific. Looking to score every time he's got it now. 12 for the Knicks to lead New York.
We had help.
Number 3 left here in the second quarter.
He was foul. I'm about to say.
Shot to the face of Brunson.
Hey, Darius Garland. Talking about someone trying to sign posters for people. Look at Mitchell. He can't believe it himself.
Hartenstein just picked up his 3rd personal foul.
Look at this.
A Darius Garland poster would have been hilarious.
Just a little bit late over, and Garland tested him.
Well, we begin the broadcast.
Julius Randle slapped him in the face.
I'm sorry. Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. And Josh Hart just picked up the 2, as you heard. So the question coming in with the physicality of the Cavaliers rise to the occasion of the playoffs. It definitely has.
Well, again, if you wanted to even up this series, you were going to have to rise your level of physicality, and especially at the defensive end of the Knicks. And the Cavs have answered the bell here. More importantly, Gareth Darling is looking like the all-star we know he's capable of showcasing.
Damn, he got 20 already?
Already 10 free throws, Kevin.
Notches another point. 9 of 10. Garland from the line. A game high 21. Mobley will check out. Danny Green will check in for the Cavs.
Allen has 11. Will have 11 free throws. The Knicks as a team, only 7.
Here you go.
Free throw shooting in game 1. Cavs were 19 and 20.
That's good. That's good.
So here comes the inbound with full court pressure.
Out of bounds! Out of bounds! It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. I told where the dude in chat? Where the dude in chat that was talking about the turnovers? I told you the Knicks would turn the ball over. Show yourself. What? Yes, sir. Call another timeout. I'm begging you.
3-point shooting percentage this season. And it's showing here in game 2. 3 of 5. Brunson got some space.
And he missed it.
And it's in the hands of Garland the other way. Points off turnovers this quarter. Cleveland 14-0 over the Knicks.
And Mitchell directing traffic out here. He wants Garland to take over.
Mitchell. Over Spear. With a shot there. And back-pedaling rebound by Allen.
Hart took a shot to the face.
He did, and down he goes. And that's a foul on the Cavaliers.
What was my man name in there? Worried about them damn turnovers.
With Danny Green picking up the foul. It's the second on Danny Green.
Charles, where are you? Off the heezy. Uh-oh.
It's an assist for Mitchell.
I told you the Knicks would turn that thing over.
Puts it back up and in. Offensive rebounding Grimes. Took one to the chips. He's holding on to his mouth.
Darius. He's feeling it.
On only 10 field goal attempts.
26 on 10 is crazy.
Tonight, 26 points. Under a minute to go. Brunson, Robinson, and it's Hart. On that baseline. Robinson.
There we go. Okay, 3-on-1.
On the side, Green tees one up from front.
Oh, Danny Green! There it is. This is what I'm talking about.
66. Playoff game. And Brunson tries to force his way in. Hits the deck. Foul.
Man, get up.
Mitchell was targeting him on that turnover fast break from the moment he got the ball in the middle.
Grimes is bleeding, and they're going to take a look at him. As Cleveland is outscored the Knicks in the second quarter, 32-15. As the Knicks are coming off their first series opening game road win since 1999.
Welcome to the playoffs. All right?
Well, they said, we're going to hit them in the face and see what they're going to let us literally get away with. You still have time to win $1 million. Play.
Hey, now. Hey, we've been here before. We've been up 20 before. We can't let this be one of them games where we let a team come back after being up 20. And Donovan Mitchell has 6 points right now, y'all.
The Cavs, the first 6 minutes, they were on their heels. It was once again the Knicks and their physicality stepping up to the plate. And then the switch was turned. And the Cavaliers' defense and their physicality has been taken to another level.
There's Brunson at the line. Two-time national champion at Villanova. Cousy Award winner for the best point guard of the college game, the college basketball player of the year, and a second-round pick by Dallas, who wanted to keep him, but the lure of going to join his dad with the Knicks, his dad and assistant coach and a former NBA player, was too much. And I can't help but think, too, for Brunson, that playing with Derrick Rose, who he looked up to, or growing up in the Chicago area, wasn't a part of it. Going with New York. Here comes Garland. It's Woodford, the faith, the drive, the feed.
There we go. There we go. No space. You got 39 points in one half. That's what I'm talking about. I told you the New York Knicks were not anything to be worried about. You let them win game one. You played yourself out of that game, and you still almost won it. This is not a team that should be beating you. Straight up. Now finish it. I've seen this team give up too many 20-point leads to be sitting here comfortable. I've seen this team give up too many 20-point leads to be sitting here comfortable. What happened in game one was they were more physical than you, and they knew the environment better, and they just wanted it more. Straight up. That's all. And they barely won that game. They got a hell of a Jalen Brunson performance. Jalen Brunson ain't going to be that dude every game. Who are they going to for points? They talk so much about Emmanuel Quickly. Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? And I better not hear him in the second half. 39 points and a half. That's what this team is. Who's scoring the ball for them? Who's scoring the ball for the Knicks now? Is it Brunson? Because that's the only bucket getter they got right now on the court. It damn sure ain't RJ Barrett. I love when RJ Barrett get the ball. I love when he get the ball at the top of the key, start dribbling it. I already know we about to get a nice contested shot on defense. That's what I'm talking about. What they did on Saturday was an embarrassment, and I'm glad they agree with me because they showed up today making sure that y'all know that ain't us. That ain't us. That ain't us. That ain't us. Slide with the super chat says best defense in the league showed up today. Hey, still got another half. Game ain't over yet. Still got another half. The game is not over yet. You know what I mean? The game's not over yet. It ain't time to just like celebrate, but it is time to impose our will. The New York Knicks are not a team that should be beating you, man. They're not a team that should beat you in a 7-game series. It's been disrespectful how many people have been saying that the New York Knicks can beat you in a 7-game series. And you allowed all of that BS to become emboldened with how horrible you played on Saturday. Now you need to get this one by 20. And you know what? You probably need to get them both in New York so everybody shut up. You did that to yourself, but hey, It's time to do it. It's time to do it. I get it. Young team, first playoff game. You wasn't ready. Now you know. Now you know. Logan Dunzia says, keep the foot on the gas. Absolutely. Do not let them breathe. Do not let them breathe. Let's hear what the halftime show on. Are they doing that thing where they come back for like 5 seconds? Ooh, he's staring down RJ after this bucket. Let's see what they on in the halftime show.
Guarantee you don't know who that is. Harmony. Oh, Ernest.
Did Shaq lose weight?
I hate you, Jace.
What, Chuck? But you know Public Enemy is my favorite group.
Yeah, but
Bone Thugs and Harmony is nice, though. I will admit that.
that's a nice call, though.
Yeah, that is nice, Ernie.
Because Shaq only gave me Bone Thugs.
Oh.
I remember Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Ernie, America doesn't even know about
No,
your sex. America don't need to know that.
I like full disclosure
Yeah,
here.
but they need to know that you've been here since 1989. Full disclosure.
And
not
this is only
the
by sponsorship. It is the American Express halftime report, everybody. And these are your American Express teammates.
That is what I am talking
Darius
about.
Garland making the cut on this one. He got 26. The rest of the starters with 17.
Hey, if you're on the Patreon only Worst Take server on Discord, get in the voice chat if you want to come on and hop on the stream. If you are somebody that's on that server, come check it out for the Patreon. The link, if you're already connected, come check it out and join up on the voice chat so I can get your voice heard on the stream. If you want to do so, send me a message in the Cavs live chat thread.
On players. That's when you take your game to the next level. And I was really happy. He got a lot of assists, but because, he got to help Allen. He got to help Mobley. Those are two guys, because, they getting dominated. If you don't want them getting dominated on the board, make them feel part of the team. Because nobody wants to come to work and do the dirty work.
He took 30 shots in game one. He's got 4 shots in the first half.
And they
Game
have
two,
20.
They're up by 20. Now, to Darius Garland.
When you're part of a 1-2 punch and both players are good, you have equal responsibility. I used to tell Penny, Kobe, don't wait for me. I'm gonna get mine.
Woo. Off the pick and roll, nice little jumper.
I'm gonna go ahead and get mine. Donovan, you got yours the other day.
They're double teaming Donovan. That's disrespectful to DG.
1-2 punch, he can get 20, 25 shots off.
You're gonna put RJ Barrett on DG. That's disrespectful to DG.
He's getting off the ball, and this guy's feeling good. He's getting out on the break, but he's aggressive. Again, I used to tell my guys, look, I'm gonna get mine, Penny.
We got another super chat here. Appreciate it.
You need to go get those.
From Professor
Don't wait for me.
Chaos. He says, just got here wondering what are my thoughts on the Draymond Green stomp. I didn't really watch it, to be honest with you. I saw like the clip on Twitter and it looked like he stepped on him. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't really hate Draymond. Like a lot of Cleveland hates Draymond because I kind of respect I kind of respect the lane in which he gets down in, which is he's that dude that everybody gonna hate. And that's not an easy thing to be. You know what I mean? I think the most important thing for the Cavs, somebody said it, right? I think Charles said it in the chat. It's very important that the Cavs are up 20 and Donovan Mitchell has had to do very little. You know what I mean? The Knicks aren't going to give up just because they down 20. They're going to continue to fight. So if DG cools off a little coming out of halftime, okay, we need to throw Donovan Mitchell at him to make sure we keep that flame extinguished. The defense really ratcheted up too in the second half, when in the second quarter.
I just want to say to the academy, well, you know what?
We got another super. Oh, somebody subscribed on.
Right there. I didn't have
Oh, okay, on YouTube.
feed. No, to look and see who was actually coming that race.
Y'all have to forgive me, man. These alerts are super basic. I had to set them up during the stream because I forgot to set up the alerts for different channels. I still only have my Browns alert set up. We got 134 people in here, though. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Look, man, I do not care if Greg Newsome did or did not want to be traded. I do not care. I do not care at all. He probably ain't getting traded, even if he wanted to. That's the part of me that I was like, yo, why did everybody have all of these hot takes after the Cavs lost one game? You know what I mean? I was feeling like that Michael Jordan Last Dance clip where he got the bat. He's like, it's just one game. You know what I mean? We freaking out over one game. That was just one game, man. It was just one game. One game. Feeling dangerous. He says, whoo, good job, Cavs. Keep it up. 24 to go. And feeling dangerous. You was getting hot 2 minutes into the game, baby. You know what I mean? I hope you're feeling much better. Appreciate the super chat as always. I mean, like Greg Newsome. Here's what I think with the whole Greg Newsome thing since y'all asking. He probably wanted a trade last year. He probably wanted a trade because he did not want to play the slot, and they made it clear to him that he had to play the slot. But once Joe Woods got fired, it did not matter anymore if he wanted to trade or not because he got what he wanted. He's not going to be in the slot. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to trade or floated it out there or made it clear that he was not going to play the slot in this year. But that's it. Either way, it don't matter. The Browns are not trading Greg Newsome. I really don't think they're going to do that. Now, again, my luck, they trade him right when I say that shit. Again. We was freaking out about that game, and we didn't see the big picture. I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell some people, hey, they played awful. The Knicks got some pretty efficient games out of some guys that they're probably not going to get consistent, efficient games from. And they were really only able to beat the Cavs by 4. And they really only beat the Cavs because they was hustling. And Charles Barkley says this all the time. You can't win a series because you run hard. Like, that's only going to take you but so far. And it got them game 1. But at the end of the day, the Cavs are the more talented team. The Cavs are the better team offensively. They're the better team defensively. They have more guys who can get their own shot. Right now, if you're the New York Knicks, who's getting a shot other than Jalen Brunson? Who is it? You know what I mean? Because RJ Barrett, that's who they going to go to. They don't want to. It's supposed to be quickly. He ain't been here. Should we put a hold on drafting dudes from Oklahoma, Baker, Perrion?
Of the NBA.
I'm gonna let the process play out on Perrion, man. We're gonna let that process play out. Newsome said today he felt like he was playing linebacker last year and is cool with covering slot receivers. Okay, here's what that means. I'm not playing slot corner next year, but I will play the slot every once in a while. Playing the slot, that means you're just covering some slot wide receivers. You know what I mean? But playing slot corner, That means you blitzing, playing basically linebacker. I told y'all that's not for everybody. And there's a reason why the best slot corners in the NFL are undrafted or late round picks. It's not a position that everybody can. It's a position anybody can play, but everybody can't play it, if you feel what I mean. Patrick says, Newsom said today, okay, yeah, I got that one. So appreciate that super chat, Patrick. Grumpy guy with the $2 super chat says, love the content. Appreciate you. Appreciate the kindness. We got 132 people in here, man. I'm going to go check and see if we got 100 likes. But if we could break 100 likes, that would be awesome. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the Cavs Burners, your #1 stop for all Cavs news here. We got 86. Let's get that like button. Let's keep smashing that like button. Get to 100 likes. Let's try to get to it. Man, I'm so tired of hearing about Madison Square Garden being so tough. Only thing I be seeing in Madison Square Garden is other dudes having great games on the road in Madison Square Garden. It is a historic place to play. It is a very motivating place to play. It is not intimidating. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't like playing in the black hole or something like that. It is a very historic place to play. But that does not equal, oh, this is so scary and loud, and oh, how am I going to handle myself at MSG? It's like, yeah, man. It's going to be loud, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be this and that, but it's loud and crazy in the queue. It's just less historic. Like, I'm so tired. I want the Cavs to win both these damn games in the Garden, so I don't never got to hear about the Mecca again. You know what I mean? I'm so tired of hearing about the goddamn Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? It's the most overrated arena in sports. It's the most overrated home field in sports. Like, it's not like playing at Arrowhead. It's not that level of advantage. Hell, ain't even like Fenway. It's just another basketball arena, but it's in New York. The Knicks are worse at home than they are on the road. It's because everybody brings their A game to the Mecca. MSG hasn't hosted a home team championship since the 70s, and it was a very different building back then. Thank you for the super chat, Fella Dangerous. Yeah, I'm so tired of hearing about, no, it's New York. Oh, it's New York. How are we gonna handle ourselves? Are we gonna lose our mind because it's New York City? Like, dog, I am ready to shut up some people about the damn New York Knicks in the goddamn Madison Square Garden. Got another super chat here from Sly, who says, you see the Steelers yeah, I saw that. Allen Robinson on the Steelers. That's hilarious. I don't even got beef with Allen Robinson like everybody think I do. I just didn't think he was worth what everybody was saying he was worth in 2020, man. All right, we're going to try to get Kobe on there. Let's see if we can get Kobe. What's up, man? Hold on, let me make sure that the chat can hear you. I told you. I literally told you. I was like, yo, they gonna win by like They're gonna win by 20 today. Hold on, let me get the audio here so I can talk my shit to the chat too. Let's see here. And then display capture. Pretty much, yep. All right, Kobe, say something.
What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, so we got Kobe on from Q and Kobe, also from Twitter. Kobe, man, what did I tell you literally like 2 hours ago?
No, we were talking about what was gonna happen in game two. I'll be honest. I said I was a little worried. I was a little worried because of how they came out in game one. I just felt like they wasn't physical enough. You said straight up they're gonna win by 20.
I was like, I'm not even worried, dog. They're gonna win.
Yeah, I was like, how can you not be worried?
I was like, I'm not worried. Like, I don't know. To me, I watched that game and I was like, I know why the Cavs lost that game. They was playing terrible, but like I just didn't feel like I saw anything that made me worry about the Knicks being that much better of a team than the Cavs, where I'm like, I gotta worry. Like if this were, because even the out physically, as Randall tries to get up here, and what the fuck is even going on? But even the out physicaling that happened in that game, it was like they were just out hustling you. It wasn't like when, like I get worried about that when it happens with Milwaukee, because it's very clear that they could dominate you physically because you're not strong enough. Like you can't fix that. You know what I mean? With this one, it was like, okay, they were way more intense than you and way more ready for the moment. And they got your ass. But that's all right. We're going to be ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was one of those things where, and the biggest thing with me, with the Cavs in this series, honestly, if you just beat the Knicks on the boards, it's like a 90% chance you're gonna win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you let them out rebound you,
if they just shot a regular percentage of free throws.
Yeah, like if you let the New York Knicks kill you on the glass, you gonna lose. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like you gonna lose because that's how they win. That's how they win. Literally, how they win basketball games. But if you just make sure that they can't get offensive rebounds, which is what they've been doing so far tonight, you see what you see tonight. They up by 20. Like they can't. They're not that good. They're really not.
And this is another point that I wanted to talk about with the Knicks was like, I know Jalen Brunson could put up buckets, and he's a 20 every night. He'll get you 30 sometimes. Sometimes he'll get you 40. Kind of dude. Oh man, Mitchell Robinson just dunked all over Darius Garland, and I'm really worried the Cavs gonna do that thing that they normally do, where they get up by 20 and just start like chilling. But hopefully they learned from last night. Well, now on Saturday. But I'm like, who else on the Knicks is going to score for them, basically? Julius Randle looks terrible today.
Real quick. What? Is it really dunking on you if you're a 7-foot center and it's on a 6'1" guard? Is it really dunking on them?
If your legs hit the back of my back, dog, and that ball went through the hoop and your hands end up on the rim, it is what it is.
Hey, I don't know, man. I ain't giving him credit. But like you
as much as I would like to exonerate anybody that's 6'2" and below from being ever able to be dunked on. No, that don't. Nah.
Man, you ain't get no dap for that. He ain't even jump for real. Like you ain't like nobody.
It wasn't a bench shaker. It wasn't a bench shaker. It wasn't like, oh, let's stop the game and look at it. But it was a soft dunk. We'll call it a dunk around. How about that?
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. We go dunk around.
But
who else on the Knicks is going to score? Like, I think the one thing we never talked about was Emmanuel Quickly was awful in game one.
The way that they won that game, I don't think is repeatable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's repeatable. Like they killed them on the glass. The Cavs got nothing from their
They were
bench.
smoking layups for like 2 quarters too. Like the Cavs were horrible.
They played
from the floor.
Terrible. They played terrible. And the thing that bothered people, and the thing that bothered everybody who watched, physically, like the Knicks just kind of like pushed them around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was worried about coming into this game. I was like, man, I don't know. And we've talked about this. Jared Allen and Evan aren't necessarily the most physically imposing big man in the world.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They not built like Embiid or Giannis or even like how Nikola Jokic is just big.
He
Like
just
he's just
30.
big.
That's just
Yeah,
30.
he's just big. Like he's just big as hell. Like they're not physically
They're not hard to
imposing like
move.
that. Yeah. So I was worried, like, man, what they gonna do if Mitchell Robinson is pushing them around? Like, what are they gonna do? But today they out here just hitting these dudes, like just moving them out the way. Like it's been nice to watch.
It's been what you needed to see out of them. And then I think with Evan right here guarding Jalen Brunson from the perimeter, that's crazy. But yeah, it's been what you've needed to see out of them. I think we got to talk about Darius Garland. That first half that he had, that was crazy.
Hey, that was crazy.
Every time we slander Darius Garland, he comes back and does something like crazy. Like, have you noticed that?
But you know why we slander him in the first place, or we kind of like talk down on him in the first place? He don't do this all the time, bro. He don't do it all the time. That's what makes it frustrating because I know he can.
And the question is he just developing into somebody who could do this all the time and these are flashes, or is he just gonna be streaky, right? With it. But
that's a terrible call, by the way. That's a terrible call.
Yeah. The calls have been terrible. Like, I've seen the Cavs like get tackled and they didn't call it. There was that one foul call they missed on Mobley was ridiculous, where he just got smacked by Obi Toppin. But that was my main thing coming into this game. It was like, man, if the Cavs just have a regular night from the floor, I don't see how the Knicks can put up enough offense in the 7-game series to really threaten them that much. Now, we'll see. There's 2 games at MSG. This is just 1 game in it. You know, it doesn't mean that this is going to be a gentleman's sweep or anything because of that. But we haven't talked about the issues. We talked about a lot of the issues the Cavs are going to have because of how they're structured, because we're focusing on the Cavs. But that kind of led us to not talk about the Knicks' issues offensively. And I feel like that was like something that we needed to talk about, where it's like, yo, where's the Knicks offense come? Because I remember I even talked to Knicks Wall and he was telling me, you know, they're really going to be relying on Emmanuel Quickly and some minutes from RJ Barrett. And I would be very discouraged if I was New York from the minutes I've seen from both of those dudes.
Yeah, because they've been and to be fair, I consider them to be more so like role players. And even though Emmanuel Quickly is very talented, he's probably he's not going to win 6 Man of the Year because Malcolm Brogdon is going to win, but he's going to be a finalist.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is his first postseason, right?
It's his first postseason, so I think he's going to be. I think they're going to be more productive in New York.
Yeah, they're going to be more productive at home, especially Quickly. I don't know about Barrett. Barrett's issues are just like he be taking some terrible shots sometimes, man.
It's a reason. It's the reason they tried to trade him. It's the reason they tried to trade him. But I don't know if they're going to be that much more productive, especially when you see how the Cavs are guarding them now. Like they're trapping Brunson now. Like they're literally like, hey, you bro, you are not going to be like. We're literally only worried about you and Julius, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of that, and Mobley's done a great job on Julius so far in this second. He's done a great job. He's definitely been more physical. He's definitely like, okay, if they're gonna let us play, then I'm gonna like rough you up a little bit if they letting us play. And
yeah, there was a good moment here I saw from Mobley, because he started all kind of shaky from the floor, where he's still taking some of those like weak hooks where he's like moving backwards.
You see, he stopped doing that though, right?
Well, yeah, he got underneath the hoop, and then I think Randall was there. You could see him about to like move backwards, and then he was like, "No, I'm going up," and he was able to get up, and then you could see the confidence, like, "Oh, I could do that." You know, like a lot of Evan Mobley is like he don't realize he got superpowers, and it's frustrating.
He be like afraid sometimes. I'm like, bro, you just gotta play, man. Like I felt like he was thinking a little bit too much, and he got that one dunk, and he was like, you know what? Why am I thinking so much? And it just kind of clicked from there.
You think Danny Green should be getting more minutes as the series goes on? Like, you think he's going to be a useful piece in the series for the Cavs? The way the Knicks are playing them?
He could get spot minutes. Like, if he play Like if you give him 10 minutes a game, something like that, you know what I mean? And I
Also,
mean 10 minutes the whole game, like the whole game.
I gotta point out your boy Okoro. You know, you famous Okoro fan. Kobe is.
Hey, don't do that. Don't you lie like that. Don't lie on me. That is not my boy. Hey, bro, you love saying
He
people
has
is my
not
boy.
played.
That's not my boy.
He has not played at all since he got those 2 fouls. He has not come back in.
He's not coming back in. Why? Why is he gonna come back in?
Especially with the Knicks playing like how they do, it just makes more sense to put Jetty or Karras, somebody who can be a threat at 3, even Danny Green.
I mean, that was the whole issue. We talked about this, bro. We literally talked about this. I said, like, the issue is, and which is why I was advocating, like, hey, you gotta get a wing in the offseason. Because this isn't, you can't even play him in a series because they quite literally do not even look at him. Dog, like when he's out there, they act like he's not even out there. You're playing 4-on-5 on offense. And you can't do, like, you just can't survive that way. You can't survive that way, especially not in the postseason. It don't matter who you play in the playoffs. If you're playing 4-on-5 on offense, you will have some issues, dog. You will have some, and they had some issues just like in game 1 because you don't even have to look at him, bro. I don't care how good he is defensively or how great people say he is defensively or whatever. Dog, he sometimes you just got to say he ain't got it. He ain't got it.
Yeah, today was one of those, hey, we're going to try to get Isaac involved, and it just wasn't happening. You know, like they with the first 3 offensive possessions, they went straight to him. They were really trying to get him going, and it just wasn't happening for him.
Hey, this ain't the regular season, man. That trying to get you going, trying to give you confidence. No, that's out the window, though. It's the playoffs. You either got it or
that lasted 2 possessions, and then Darius Garland was like, you know what? I'm going to the foul line. I'm getting a layup or I'm dying trying. Like,
come on, bro. We ain't got time to try to build up your confidence. None of that. This is a win. This is a win or go home kind of situation we got going on right now, man. If we don't win some games, you know, we going home and people gonna say mean things about us and be angry. And
because you can't go 0-2, go down 0-2 on the road when you the 4 seed. Like, that's just not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's interesting the way this series is going to unfold. It's going to be interesting to see what Donovan does in New York, right? And I think this is good that, like, if we can finish this game and not require another 40-point Donovan Mitchell game, it'd be nice so he can have, like, you know, because he's had a lot of 40-point games in the last month. He probably needs a day off where he can just not have to score 40 so he can put up some big numbers in the game in New York, because we're going to need him. You know, Donovan Mitchell's going to win you 2 games in this series.
Listen, we might need them 2 games. We might need them 2 games to be the 2 games they're about to play in New York. I'm going to be real.
Now, I have gone all record as a Madison Square Garden hater. Are you worried about the pressure that this team's gonna feel in New York City?
Only a little bit because it's their first postseason for real.
He stepped out of bounds.
Danny. Yeah, he was gonna hit that too. He was definitely gonna hit that.
You got to knock off the rust. It's all right, Danny Green. This is what these minutes are for.
I Danny, man, but I think it's so telling that JV will rather play. How old is Danny Green? 35?
Yeah.
34? He would rather play 34-year-old Danny Green than play Isaac Okoro.
He got that vet smart. You know what I mean? He just know where he need to be.
Man, watch. Hey, no, do me a favor. After this possession, after these free throws, watch Danny Green run.
No, like he's always looked like that though. Like he's always looked like that. Even when he was like not in his prime, but when he was like with the Spurs. That's always he's always ran high elbow, weird knee. It's always looked funny.
Like he looked like
yeah, no, you know when it looks scary? Watch when Danny Green dribbles the basketball. That's when it's terrifying.
Oh, okay. Danny Green ain't never been able to dribble.
No, he took a couple dribbles and I was like, get rid of the ball. Like, remember when Tristan Thompson used to try to dribble the ball up court? He's scared the shit out of everybody. That's what it looks like that, but like imagine it being like an old, a much shorter man doing that. Like it was like, yo, that was the most uncomfortable looking dribble I've ever seen from an NBA player. It was Danny Green dribble.
Danny Green definitely dribbles like he's a Republican. Definitely dribbles like he's a Republican. When he not out there for that. He ain't out there for that.
He do be dribbling like he dribbled with his butt out. Like he dribbled like it looked like an orthopedic dribble. You know what I mean?
I mean, he is kind of he up there now.
Like he looked like he got like
Cavs doing
orthopedic.
something light.
All right, now they got to get some points up. They're gonna let him get a run here.
Yeah, exactly. Timeout, please.
Let's see if we have a terrible possession here. Let's see what they do. Runner here, off screen.
You think Isaac Okoro getting back in the game?
Hell no. Unless the Cavs get about 30. Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh, that was a LeBron like lay fuck you three.
I know they feel crazy right now watching all these shots though.
That's one of those threes you look up, like you got to do the watch. You watch it, and your head go down when it goes in. That was a crazy three that he just shot.
We needed one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to apologize to Darius Garland. I could already tell that. I could already tell that's coming.
Where is he at? He got like 30.
He gotta have like 32 or something.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I know Donovan's like, thank God, man. Thank God.
Now, Evan, can you get back to getting 15? You know what I mean? Good contest by Danny Green. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They got 7. That's fine. You just don't want to give them easy shots. Let them get momentum. You know what I mean? They can make something. You got plenty of cushion. Let's see. I got a super chat. Oh, somebody said hot. Feeling dangerous. Said hot cold.
Who now?
Feeling dangerous. 113. He's a super chatter.
Hey, what's up? Okay, Karis.
You know what I mean? Hey, Karis, man. I have a hard time with Karis's defense because it looks like it should not work, but it be working sometimes. You know what I mean?
He's 6'7".
He plays so restricted with his wings, like with his wingspan. He doesn't ever use it. Like he just turtle shells, and it just looks so weird when he's out there. It's like, why he don't get in a normal stance? Like, do he got scoliosis or something?
Julius Randle, 17 points on 17 shots.
Yeah, he's balling. Oh, Karis. Hey, by the way, Karis LeVert, who got a lot of shit last
he should have.
he was terrible. Much better. This is the Karis that we've been seeing the last like 2 months of the season where we're like, hey, we might be all right. He's taking good shots. He's not doing that thing where he can't hold on to the basketball. Yo, Darius Garland is still playing very hard defense on
Man, this is the best defense I've ever seen Darius play.
Darius Garland was like, this was, hold on. Oh my God.
Oh man. It's yours.
Oh my God. Oh, this is his LeBron game 6 feeling in his head, like, you know what? It's all on the line.
And let me go ahead and apologize to Darius.
Yeah. Formally apologize to Darius Garland right now, Cole.
Say sorry.
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
That was for you. That lay fuck you 3 was for you, Cole. You know what I mean? This gotta be the best game he's ever played.
Gotta be the best game
I ain't never seen him like I've seen him have great games. Because he had a 40-point. Did he put up 50 in the season?
I think he did at some point.
But like it's like on command. It's not just like that he's getting the buckets. It's when he's getting the bucket. It's like, oh, okay, the Knicks going a little run, deep three. It's like he making them those demoralizing threes. Like that's real nice to be on the other side of. You know what I mean?
Hey, but I told you this. I told you this. Like he gonna have to. I said he gonna have to get 30. He gonna have to get 30 because the way they were playing him is we not gonna let you pass because we know that we're not gonna let you set the table for Mobley and Allen because we know that's what you want to do. Like you gotta like he gonna have to get his the entire series. If they gonna guard you like that and they don't have a choice because you're playing two bigs and at the time they were playing a Coro who they're ignoring, like you gonna have to get yours. He getting his.
Now, who does Garland remind you of in the NBA? Like what play style do you think he has? Because I've heard a number of interesting comps for him.
I've heard two that I don't know if I necessarily agree with, but I can see it. Because I've seen some people call him Baby Steph.
I don't think I like that one.
I've also seen some people call him Baby Kyrie.
No, I think he's more like Chris Paul. Like that's what I've heard.
I don't really see Chris Paul. I don't think that he was the defender that. I mean, if you're watching him tonight,
hey, you never know.
You never know. Like to this point, he hasn't been the kind of defensive
he's not the
player
savant that Chris Paul is too.
Yeah, like Chris Paul, like especially like Chris Paul in his prime, like that was something different, man.
Yeah, that was people forget Chris Paul at what 5'11" was out here like leading the Hornets to like the 2 seed. And then people get mad at him because they was blowing leads. Name me a teammate on Chris Paul's teams when he was with the Hornets that he blew them leads with. I can't.
David West.
David West. That's crazy.
David West. All-star David West. Don't do that.
You know what I mean? That's nice. Like David West, that's cool. But Chris Paul shouldn't be able to achieve that much with just David West. You know what I mean? Like, very good player. So he's not Chris Paul. If he was Chris Paul, we would be talking. We would be going crazy.
Yeah, Chris Paul's a legitimate, like, all defensive first team guard.
He's an all-time player. Like, I know people like to disrespect Chris Paul for whatever reason because he's kind of a jerk. You know, people be losing their mind about it. Like Pat Beverly be talking all kind of lies about him. Like Chris Paul.
Chris Paul was that dude. I don't know if people forgot. I don't know if you got young people in the Discord, but man, Chris Paul was that dude, bro.
Chris Paul, like I think a lot of people forget like when he was the only dude on the team because they remember him with Blake Griffin. They remember him. Donovan took a deep three. Oh God. Oh, God. Donovan. But they remember him. Yeah. Donovan, like, I got to get it to at least 20. You know what I mean?
Save it, Donovan. Save it for the Garden. You don't need to get 20. We good.
I remember when I went to the Hawks game, did you watch that game, the last game against the Hawks? Donovan Mitchell tried to do one of the nastiest dunk attempts I've ever seen in my life.
He had a couple of them throughout the year. On
Clint Capella. He tried to go behind the back, sky high, and cram. He's kind of a disrespectful dude, low-key. Like, if he wasn't such a nice dude, I'd be like, yo, he's kind of disrespectful.
Donovan feel like he's 6'6" in his head. In his head, he like 6'6", 6'7". Like, I can dunk on anybody.
He definitely prefers. He definitely wants to be called big fella. You know what I mean? Like,
I get why he do that though, because he really built like a linebacker. Like, if you look at him though, he really built like he should be like, like coming off the edge.
It's the same thing, and I think this is why people compliment Dwayne Wade so much, because Dwayne Wade was sturdy in that same way.
Yeah, and they were both like smaller, because D Wade was like 6'3".
Yeah, D Wade was 6, but he never felt 6'3". You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with Donovan Mitchell, where he feels 6'5", because he's like, really 6'2".
He's 6'2", but he got broad shoulders. He like strong for no reason, and just like if he really tried. If you really given 100% effort, you understand the kind of defender and the kind of like just like physically imposing guard he can really be.
Low key, a very good rebounder for a guard too when he wants to.
Yeah, he's not bad defensively when he wants to defend either. Oh, they got Deuce McBride on Darius.
I'm about to say I'm seeing some real unfamiliar names out there for the Knicks.
For those that don't know, Deuce McBride is their Isaac Okoro.
Oh. When did they draft him?
I think they drafted him this year.
Oh.
But yeah, he's their Isaac Okoro. Hey, you see how Ricky ain't get off the bench? Dean Wade ain't get off the bench.
Ricky ain't get off the bench. Isaac ain't get off the bench. You think if this gets to like 6 minutes and they're up by 25 and they send in the bench crew, they not sending in Isaac again, are they?
No, you can't disrespect him like that.
Yeah. So what do you do with do you start him in New York on Thursday?
No, you start Karras.
You start Karras?
Start Karras.
I want to start Karras.
Or start Chetty.
Oh God, started Chetty terrifies me.
It terrifies me too, but bro, like I told you, we talked about this. You don't got no.
But you can sacrifice Chetty. Like if you just get a bad 3 minutes of Chetty, you can just throw in Danny Green or somebody in there, or put in Karras and then figure out the rest that night.
I think it's kind of crazy how because Isaac picked up 2 quick fouls, and when I was like, I like checking like plus minus and everything while I'm watching the game, and I'm like, okay, but he a +2, even with those quick fouls. Like it was like a couple minutes into the game, so you can't really take too much from that. But like once they got up, he didn't even think about putting him back in, like not even in the second quarter. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's not like who he put in was balling, right? Because it was like he first put in Jetty when he got into foul trouble, and then Jetty started playing bad, and then he was like, all right, I'm going to Danny Green. And Danny Green's been all right, but it's not like he's been like on fire, like you can't take Danny Green out type stuff. So I think they realize like the spacing's off right now, and the way that the Knicks are playing them is they're going to give you a lot of corner threes, a lot of space around the perimeter to make shots. Danny Green is somebody who, yes, he's 36 years old, but I feel like at 36 he can still make a spot up 3 if you leave him wide open. You know what I mean? Like he's still like a known sharp shooter. Like I don't think he's regressed that badly.
Yeah, man, and it's. Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really bad for the court.
Somebody pointed out that JB is having Danny Green guarding Randall. It is crazy because it's working.
Hey man, I'm telling you, I do not believe they are that good, man. I just feel like the Cavs just kind of just let them off the hook in game 1, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah. And the thing with Randall is like, here's the thing with Randall, right? He's going to do well against some of these young dudes because the way Randall plays, he like the old dude at the rec. Like he got all the tricks, you know what I mean, that he like to pull out. But when he go up against Danny Green's like, oh yeah, I use all them tricks too. You know what I mean? Like,
so like, look, they even got it up. Like rebounds, they was -13. They was -13 in game 1. They're +2. They're up by
8 in turnover. Second chance points. They're plus. It was real simple. The reason they lost that game. You know what I mean? Like
just grab rebounds. Like that's literally all it was. Like just grab some rebounds and you'll be fine.
And the reason I was so confident too was like I remember what it felt like when we played the Philadelphia 76ers on ESPN this year. And the way they adjusted to the Cavs, I was like, oh, that's terrifying because we can't adjust to that. It wasn't like that with the Knicks where I was like, oh, we can't even play our style of basketball because of how they adjusted. Because the Knicks, the Sixers were literally like, we're going to make your big shoot. And if they can't, oh my God, Evan Mobley.
There we go.
All right, Karras.
He was a finalist today.
Hey.
Yeah, you got
having Jetty and Karras on a fast break is hilarious because they both run down knowing that they ain't passing each other the ball. Like they don't ever pass the ball in that fast break. Especially Jetty. Jetty puts his head down, dog. That ball is going up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going up. It don't matter if it's a good shot, bad shot. He is going up with that shot.
To be fair, if you see Emmanuel quickly in front of you in a fast break, you should.
I understand that. That was a good decision by Karras. I've seen Jetty go straight into, like, what's Aquaman name?
Aquaman?
Yeah. He played for the Grizzlies.
You talking about Steven Adams?
Yeah, Aquaman. But I've seen him go straight into, like, Steven Adams and just put his head down and just go for a layup. And sometimes the crazy part with Jetty, it's a terrible shot. It goes in, though. Oh, my God, Darius. Okay, calm down, Darius. What you say?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He got to save something.
Mobley?
He got to save something. You know what I mean?
Hey, for as off as Evan Mobley has been offensively, he's been putting in work on the glass, man, and defensively.
I think it's going to stick in the Knicks' head that the Cavs held through the 39 points and a half. That's crazy.
This is what they can do, though. Like, this is what they can do when they're not giving up offensive rebounds. How many rebounds Darius got tonight?
Darius Garland?
How many rebounds Darius got? Because he had zero that first game. How many he got? Let me see how many he got.
He got 3.
Hey, man. 3 more than he had last game. Look where we at.
He got 32, 6, and 3.
Like, Donovan Mitchell only got 1 rebound. Mobley got 9. Allen got 8. Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. Chetty, he 1 for 7, but he got 5 rebounds, though.
Mm-hmm. And then Obi Toppin got no rebounds.
Karras got 4.
RJ only got 2.
Hell, Danny Green only got 3.
5. Danny Green. Look, hey, Danny Green trying to get minutes, man. Like, I don't think Danny Green went into this whole thing just like assuming he wasn't going to play. I think he was like, nah, I'm trying to get minutes. And poor Karras. You know what I mean? I mean, not poor Karras. Poor Isaac, because I think he's losing some minutes to Danny Green.
He probably is.
You know what I mean? Now, I don't know if you could play Danny Green on back-to-back games. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of got a relief pitcher situation with him. But he's definitely losing minutes to Danny Green. Now, I don't know how many minutes. Well, how many minutes you think he played Danny Green? Like 12?
So far, he's played him 16. Like, that's like, to me, like, we get to the limit of how many minutes you can play Danny Green.
Yeah, he got to sit soon.
Then again, he ain't played all year, so maybe he feel a little fresh right now.
Yeah, it's time to put Dylan Windler, my man. What's the dude? The number 1 pick in the G League that they keep talking about every time the Cavs blow somebody out, they put him out there.
I know who you're talking about.
It's like Austin something.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think. I can't think of his name. Oh, Karras? Okay, man.
The Cavs are really not messing around tonight. Like they usually like by now they give us a little bit of a scare. It's not been that. Like there is they're not chilling. Like I think they realize what the moment is now. They are not chilling at all. Donovan must have gotten their ass last night, man.
But if you Donovan, man, like this is what you want though, for real. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have to do it. Like, and I think that's what's been frustrating because especially during the regular season, a lot of the games were like Donovan Mitchell carry jobs.
Mm-hmm. Especially towards the end of the season where they were trying to clinch the playoffs. Donovan had to get 40, like to close that out. And I think that was a frustrating thing for him because it's like, why do I have to get 40 on this team? Like, this ain't the Jazz. You know what I mean?
I think that was frustrating for a lot of fans, especially with Darius, because Darius wasn't playing well to really like end the year. And you got to be able to help this man. And like to Karras' credit, and this is why we was kind of getting on him after game 1. Like, bro, what he's doing tonight is what he can do. You see what I'm saying? Like he can go and and contribute to winning basketball and go get some buckets and even like drop off some great dimes and play some good defense. He just don't do it all the time. And that's the frustrating thing.
Josh Hart just made a corner three. Former Laker. I forget he was on the Lakers that one time.
Yeah. Baby Laker.
You know what I mean? He was a part of that trade.
Yeah. Important trade. A trade that they won, even though some people say otherwise.
You know what's crazy, man? How fast did we just forget about Lonzo and LaMelo Ball?
So fast.
Like, LaMelo just got hurt. But, like, what is Lonzo, like, is his career almost over or something like that? Like, didn't he get, like, seriously hurt?
Yeah, he had microfracture surgery on his knee. He's had like multiple though.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul. Don't let him get nothing easy. You know what I mean?
Put the young fella on the ground. That wasn't a foul. He just fell down. That wasn't
you know what I mean? Nah, that was I'm not gonna let you get no confidence in these playoffs, Emmanuel. You know what I mean? Because he had a nice little steal here, and he was like, nope.
Listen, man.
That's like, remember when Baker used to throw them interceptions, and when he knew it was his fault, he would be hard on that tackle. Like you could always tell when Baker knew an interception was his fault because he the first man trying to get an angle. It's like, okay, yeah, he knew he messed up.
Changed him trying to do that changed the trajectory of his career.
You know what I mean? People tell me, oh, that wasn't his fault. I think Baker Mayfield's action on that interception tells you everything you need to know about that. He knew he missed that throw. Like, you know, Anthony Schwartz didn't help anything, but that's just what happens when you got, you know, booty throwing the booty. Like, just a bad result.
Booty throwing the booty.
It was booty throwing the booty. Like,
hey, salute to Anthony Schwartz. He changed the franchise.
Yeah. Is he the new Sachi Brown?
Hey, he saved the franchise.
Sachi Brown credit for like Nick Chubb? Is he the new Sachi Brown?
Hey, listen, man. Salute. But I appreciate his service.
I need to know who tackled Baker Mayfield. Like who got hit on that tackle? Who did he try to tackle? Who was that dude?
Eric Reed?
Was that Eric Reed?
Who was
it had to be a deep safety. That was a big a post that he threw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it had to be a safety helping out on that the way that broke down.
I think it was Eric Reed he tried to tackle, which is like, why?
Like, was that against the Texans? Hilarious. Huh? Was that against the Texans?
No, it was against okay, Evan.
Yeah. Evan tired of the bullshit.
Wait, I'm about to send some propaganda. I'm trying to send some propaganda.
Now is that a dunk on? Or is that a dunk around? He had knees and chest.
Hey, when it's your player, it's a dunk on.
You know what I mean? You know what it is? It's a dunk on, but it's not a like get up and scream about it. It's a like make the flex pose, you know, hard dap, dunk around.
He needed some confidence, man.
Feeling dangerous. 113 with the super chat says, I did not know how careless New York is with the ball. Yeah, they're not. That's the thing. Like, they're not a good offense, and then they get turnover fits too. It's partly because they're just not a good offense.
Man. People were talking about Scotty Barnes. People were talking about Scotty Barnes but Ever had that bad game.
It was so crazy. I was like, damn, man. Like, I get it. You lose game one at home, people gonna be upset. But the level of venture, I was like, dog, like, I think they're gonna be all right. You know, I think we're gonna be feeling all right about this thing after Tuesday. But the Cavs fans was doing it. Oh, y'all was doing it, man.
Hey, you know how Cleveland fans be though, and you know what? I know some people don't like it, but I get it. Hey, you gotta play up to the standard. I don't care, especially with the Cavs, because we've actually seen the team win a championship somewhat recently. Look, man, some expectations over here.
Yeah,
I ain't saying they got to win a title, but you can't play like you played in game one. Can't do that.
You know, we wanted to get our. You know what? The crowd wanted that run the whole game, and they never got it. They were very frustrated. You know, you want the 3-point run. I wish this game was on. Like, you know what I need to hear in this series? Mobley gets the rebound. Mobley gets the rebound. Back out to Okoro. Well, I don't know if it's going to be Okoro. Back out to Okoro. To Mitchell. Mitchell, step back three. Bang! Largest lead of the night. I need that. I need that one time. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like we're going to get in the second round if we make it. Even though Giannis might get hurt. Giannis is questionable. Logan with the $2 super chat says Danny Green dribbles like a Republican. He thinks that was a good one. You can add that to your list of jokes, Cole.
Listen, man, he does. He dribbles like a Republican, but that's okay.
He like, hey, I got dribble moves. He go between the legs real slow. You know what I mean? You ever watch like Kyle Anderson? It makes me mad whenever he has a good night against your team. Like that's the most irritating player it is to see have a good game against your team. I feel like it's Kyle Anderson because it looks so stoppable.
Hey man, I'm gonna say this. Hey, you know, people might get mad, but I'm gonna say this. I take Kyle Anderson on the Cavs.
I would too. He's a good player. But
I take Kyle Anderson on the Cavs right now.
He's a good player. But you ever watch like has Kyle Anderson ever cooked the Lakers? Because he's cooked the Cavs before.
I think he might have.
It's the most frustrating thing in the world because it's like, why aren't they just blocking this obvious shot that's about to come up? And it just be going in. Ooh, they got Julius Randle frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doing that frustrated dribble. Yeah, he is. They only got 6. What is the point? What's the lowest point total in the playoff game in modern, like in recent memory?
Ooh, the Knicks got to be close.
That's it. Because under 80, we talking 90s. Like
we talking real defense. That's what we talking.
Yeah, we talking hand checks, like Gary Payton days. But then those Knicks teams were really low scoring in the 90s. Like they were winning games by like 73-72. Also, you look at like the first series that LeBron played against the Pistons. Yo, he won a game that was like 78-74.
Hey, can we talk about how Julius Randle was 7 for 20 in game 1? And he's 6 of 18 right now?
Balling, bro. Playoff Julius. You know what I mean? That's playoff Julius Randle right there.
Somebody said like Evan Mobley got Julius Randle in hell, bro. And I'm about to quote it. I'm about to quote it like through 2 games. 38.
Evan Mobley is 21 years old.
Youngest defensive player of the year finalist ever.
With the legitimate like argument that he could have won it. You know what I mean? Like a legitimate argument.
I understand why Jaren Jackson won. He's great. He's a great defensively. I'm not gonna get in here and pretend like he's not. Yeah, but Evan Mobley should have been second. Brook Lopez should have been second.
Yeah, they just trying to be nice to Brook. Like,
because like how you second in defensive player of the year voting and you're the 3rd best defender on your team.
You know, it's one of those. Ooh, this is a different Cavs team than I've seen all season.
Okay, let's go.
They're just they're putting them away.
Hey, but I think we found the rotation.
It took all year.
I think the Cavs found the rotation we sticking with. Yeah. My only issue is that they paid Ricky and they paid Dean Wade, and you can't even play them. And Isaac Okoro was the 5th overall pick, and you can't play any of them guys in the playoffs.
Would anybody like to get some contracts off the books?
With anyone
now, who knows? Like Ricky might be useful in a different series. You know,
hey man, he can't move no more.
Yeah,
he can't move no more.
Yeah, it's becoming a problem. Dean, man, I don't know why they paid Dean.
I always felt like they paid him with the intention, like knowing that they were going to use that contract to go get somebody. I always felt like that. I feel like they were just like, hey, like he's been somewhat productive, I guess. we gonna give him this money to keep him around, and when we decide to make a move, guess what contract we throwing in there?
Maybe. What is Evan Mobley out here trying to do to Julius Randle?
He's trying to
Hell no.
dominate.
Okay. All right, Evan out here just shooting bullshit.
I was about to say, I was like, okay, just don't ruin the goodwill.
You know what I mean?
You're on the same page. You know you play it better. We good. We good.
Is this what Emmanuel Quickly like 10 points?
7, I think.
7. Can we talk about RJ Barrett? Like, we don't talk about him being. He's not a disappointment because nobody really thought he was going to be good, but he got drafted so high.
I think he is. I think you got to say he's kind of a disappointment because of exactly what you just said, where he got drafted.
Like, you drafted a dude. He got drafted with number 3?
Yeah, but I think he was a 3rd overall pick.
And he's basically like poor man's Karis LeVert.
Hey, man, listen. Would you take RJ on the Cavs?
No, I wouldn't. That's the one I'm not with you all. I'm not taking RJ on the Cavs.
I say I would. I just wanted to know.
No, I wouldn't. The shot, like every time RJ gets the ball and he starts to take like 2 dribbles, I get excited because I know he about to get a contested. He about to give us an easy contested shot. You know what I mean? Like, and then like he's big and long, but he is so bad on defense.
And I think being good on defense is just like, okay, Evan.
Yeah, it's because like I've seen like when Darius Garland gets him on the ISO, he's ready for that one. You know what I mean? Like he sees number 9 in Orange, and he's like, I got this. Is Spike Lee not in the building today? It was crazy cold, man. I had all these Knicks fans in chat during game 1. They are not here.
You know how that go.
Yeah, it was out here talking about Knicks tape, all that.
I mean, I respect the energy Knicks fans have for their team. I'll never not respect that.
You know what I mean? I respect somebody who can talk shit to you when they down. You know what I mean? Everybody can talk shit when they winning. You know what I mean?
You can talk shit when you winning.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I missed the opportunity to post that. I was like, man, I got to post that little clip of Michael Jordan in The Last Dance. Like, it's just one game. You know what I mean? I'm not worried. Everybody can talk shit when they winning. You know what I mean? But a good man talks shit when he down. You know, respect somebody like that.
Real man right there.
With a cigar and a baseball bat. Like, he got away with the weirdest shit. Like,
and you know, that's how you know he the GOAT, though, because when I saw that in the documentary, I was like, man, he that nigga for real.
That's the thing with MJ. It's like, I have this thing when it comes to music artists, you have a banger to bullshit ratio. There's only but so much bullshit we gonna deal with if your bangers are only but this high. Michael Jordan has the highest banger to bullshit ratio I've ever seen, because like that's how I know LeBron not better. Because LeBron, he don't be getting away with it like Mike be getting away with it. Like Mike could be out here reading the first page of books, nobody gonna notice. You know what I mean? Nobody gonna say nothing. Bron,
you just write a book.
You know what I mean?
You just gonna write a book. You see Mike. You see, oh, man, what Mike reading? I want to read that.
You know what I mean? Mike reading Art of War. With LeBron, like it ain't like that. You know, he got hits, no doubt. LeBron got some of the greatest hits of all time. But Mike's different. Mike's different.
Mike. I watched The Last Dance, man. I was ready to call Mike the GOAT again.
And you know, LeBron gonna do like a 23-part documentary. Into the 6 part.
He got
into the 23 part. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna have to rewatch The Last Dance. I need to restore the feeling a little bit.
LeBron James is about to make a streaming service just to drop his documentary. That's how many pieces this documentary is gonna have. Did
you watch Air? Did you see Air? Did you see Air in the theater?
No, I haven't.
Man, you gotta watch that.
I heard it's good.
Man, like I don't know when the last like truly great sports movie was, but I think Air is that.
Is the dude from Snowfall in that?
Who?
Teddy?
No.
Okay, I thought that was the dude in there.
No, it's Ben Affleck. Chris Tucker's in it. He's hilarious.
Chris Tucker back.
Man, you gotta watch that. It's really good. Like they did a really good job.
All right, check it out.
Viola Davis is playing MJ's mom.
What?
Yeah, they said I actually read something. They said that like obviously Mike was involved in some way. He got to be. And they were like, "Who do you want to be your mom?" He's like, "It has to be Viola Davis."
Of course. You know what I mean?
Has to be.
You know what I mean? My mama don't look nothing like Viola Davis, but if I have a mom in a biopic, I want Viola Davis or I want Felicia Rashad. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, you see it. You got it. You got it.
You know, I want to feel like, you know, you got to reach a certain iconic status to have one of those two play your mama in a biopic. That's just a status thing. It's like having Denzel Washington play your dad. You know what I mean?
Hey, I ever get a movie and Denzel's my dad? Look, man. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Man, look. You can imagine the disappointment if they telling me it's gonna be Denzel, that's gonna be my dad, and they cast Michael B. Jordan or something like that. I'm gonna be like, y'all.
I'll be like, boycott this movie.
Or you know what happens? Hey, we try to get Denzel. Oh, y'all try to get Denzel, and then you end up with Don Cheadle. You know what I mean? The dude you get when you can't get Denzel.
Hey, you know what?
It's gonna be a well-acted movie.
Don't be mad at that. I'm cool with Don. I'm cool with
It's gonna be a solid movie.
if
Don
Don
Cheadle's very good.
I'm cool.
You know what I mean? Don Cheadle is like the most solid backup plan in all of Hollywood. Like, you can't keep Terrence Howard? Let me get Don Cheadle. You know what I mean? Like, dependable. He is like the Jacoby Brissett of acting, but like higher status than Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because I feel like that's a little.
No. He's done more. You know what I mean? But he's the dude you call when you can't get, I can't get Will. Let me call Don Cheadle. It must be a well-paying career. It has got to be the most comfortable living in Hollywood because he ain't never got asked for no role. He just got to wait for somebody to not want it, and then he get a big-ass role.
Hey, to be fair, he got that role as War Machine.
Mm-hmm.
I think Terrence Howard again.
You know what I mean? That's what Don Cheadle does. Yo, Jared Allen is trying to murder Julius Randle.
Ooh,
is he hurt? Or he just get a stinger on his butt?
Oh man,
I think he just hurt his butt a little bit.
Oh no, he might. I think he might actually like be hurt. Let me see. Okay, yeah.
I think he just got a butt stinger.
Shout out D Rose, man. Real ones know.
I forgot he on the team.
No, Tom Thibodeau, make sure he keep a check.
Hey, Myles Garrett is talking shit to Julius Randle.
Hey, Julius, that's the problem you want, bro. You tough by NBA standards. I don't know about NFL, brother.
Look, you know how I know Myles Garrett tough? Because he be wearing like sheepskin jackets at 6'8". You know what I mean? Like he way too big to be dressing like that unless he can hurt you. You know what I mean?
Hey man, but like I'm happy Julius ain't hurt because like when you jump like that and somebody get under you,
yeah,
he's bad, man.
He's lucky he didn't plant. He didn't get a clean plant. He just slipped on the floor. So I think he would have actually gotten hurt if he would have planted. And I think Jared was just trying to make a play on the ball. But like, I think Julius Randle's point is like, dog, you up by 20. Why are you trying to make a play on the ball? And I just gotta, have Julius Randle understand they've blown a 10-point lead to the Clippers in like 2 minutes before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I was infuriated watching that game.
That was like they blew it in like 40 seconds. Like Paul George just erupted.
They blew 3 games on that West Coast road trip.
Remember the Utah game where Karis LeVert gave the Jazz like 12 points off off straight fouls?
I was like, hey, I was so mad. Like, I think I do a better job of not being like overly angry during games. That game broke me, dog. I was
No,
so
that
mad.
was the one where I got mad and I was like, trade Karis LeVert for Jeff Green. Like, like, get him off the team. He is the worst 3-point defender I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, we talking. He's like, come on, man. Like, come on, man.
You know Jared Allen sound hilarious talking shit because you know what he sound like. He's like, yeah, man, this is playoff basketball. You don't fuck around with me. Ain't none of that sweet shit here. You know
I feel like did he get ejected?
Who? Jared? I don't think so.
Or was it just a flagrant one? Or is it just a tech? Hey, y'all wanted to be physical. Y'all was trying to keep around game 1. They pushed back.
Y'all caught us, soft, basically. And you messed around and found out.
It's playoff basketball now.
All of a sudden, you ain't nothing like, oh, you was bullying, and then we came back with the heat. Now you all hurting and squirming and all that. Like, okay, now we finding out who really physical. Cavs gonna need to be physical too if they wanna take it, if they want to be able to overcome some of the holes that they have on this roster. Like, they're gonna have to be more physical. So this is a good series for this young team to learn. Hey, we need to add this into our bag. Why Robin Lopez?
Hey, they fumbled that signing.
Robin Lopez. Like, I feel like he was supposed to have a role on this team, man.
I think he was the backup big, and it just it ain't work out. It ain't work out.
He can't play. They made a couple of bad signings in the offseason. That's a little worrisome. Okay. All right. Robin Lopez just put in 2 points. This game's over. This is a wrap, dog.
Favorite Robin Lopez. Quickly trying to get a next game. I see the vision.
Yo, dog, they really kept Danny Green out there.
I think that's gonna be my tweet. I think it's like bro, like they really, and I need Domo to see that since he be in my mentions always talking about Isaac Okoro.
Yo, he be so bad. He be so bad sometimes. I be saying stuff that he actually agreed with, but he's so bad that he just saw like one word in there and replied to it. I was like, dog, like, if you mad about that, just retweet the original post. Like, why are you disagreeing with me saying the same thing I'm saying?
Hey, but the people not even really mad at Jared Allen. They're more mad at Tom Thibodeau just to make for even like having Julius Randle in the game at that point.
It's like, Jared was out here being malicious. But, I heard from Knick fans that they feel like they're a better team without Julius Randle. Well, we'll see.
They're absolutely not.
You know what I mean? I don't know where their scoring is going to come from, but that's the big question if you're the Knicks. Like, who's scoring on a regular basis other than Jalen Brunson? That was the one I was like, when there was a lot of people taking the Knicks in this series, I'm like, who's scoring? Hey, shout out to the Cavs for not taking their foot off the gas. I like what they showed today. They did not surrender their 20-point lead. They got up 20 and choked that thing out and was like, nah, you're not coming back.
I like that they came out and said, you know what? We're going to be as physical as they allow us to be. Since that's the playing. If that's the game we playing, that's the game we playing.
It was like a fight back moment. Like, hey, fight back. And then they did. And then they beat the shit out of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. We are much more capable than we thought. That's just what they needed to do. Maybe playing Danny Green some more minutes helped out. Maybe Darius. Well, obviously Darius having a game. Darius don't even look happy. Darius feel like he could have had more.
Hey, as my guy Kobe Bryant once said,
Job's not done.
job's not finished.
That's crazy.
Job's not finished.
Hey, look, Donovan Mitchell never looks satisfied. Like, you ever notice that?
Oh, it's this series. This series means more to him than any other series they'll play.
Mm-hmm. He might put up 50 in one of these games in the Garden. He's definitely going to try.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
He's definitely going to. He's rested too. He's definitely going to try to put up 50. And they're going to have to play quickly more minutes, because if who are they going to put in if Randall can play limited minutes?
Toppin?
Ooh. Yeah. Donovan's going to try to get 50. Especially in New York on TNT on Thursday when everybody watching? No. Or on Sunday on ABC in New York with Mike Breen on the call? Man, I think Donovan's going to try to make a statement.
If you have a 50 ball in game 3, I'm telling you, I'm a freak out.
Why?
I'm a freak out if you have a 50 ball in game 3.
Why you gonna freak out?
Because, man, it's just gonna mean something to me.
If he has a 50 ball.
Hey, bro, I didn't even like I love everybody know I'm a Laker fan first. Everybody know that. But man, Donovan get 50 in the Garden in the Cavs uniform, man, that's gonna go a long way with me.
I need him to do the Deion Waiters if we win both of these games and then he get like a big shot. I need him to jump on the scorer's table and yell, "This mine. This mine." You know what I mean? If you can't have me, you will hate me. That's why I need Donovan Mitchell to be on. You know what I mean?
You go jump on the scorer's table and be like, "I bet you wish you had me, didn't you? I bet you wish you had me, don't you?"
Here's gonna be what's weird that we're gonna see in New York. They're gonna legitimately try to make like Jared Allen the villain in New York, and it's gonna be one of the weirdest things because like who tries to make Jared Allen the villain? But them fans are gonna be like, "No, he's a dirty player." All this, like they're gonna be so Knick fan about this.
My thing is this: if Julius is hurt, because he went back to the locker room, like if he's like seriously injured in any way, to me that's on Tibbs, bro. Because
that's what they be saying with Tibbs. He don't ever take him out.
Like, bro, that's on you. Because there was absolutely no reason for him to even be in the game at that. Y'all lost the game. Like, the game's over. Like, why is he still in there? And now if he coming off an injury in the first place, so now if he's hurt, what you gonna do?
And then not only is he hurt, offense has been an issue. You're playing the best defense in the NBA. They just showed you they're willing to get just as physical as you. So the edge that you had to squeeze that game out in game 1, like the Cavs have such a wide margin of error against the New York Knicks to win a game. I don't think the same is true for the Knicks. Like, I think the Knicks have to play a much tighter game to beat the Cavs.
Like what they did in game 1 is how we kept saying it. That's how they win games. They kill you on the glass. They physical. They play tough defense, and they try to grind out wins that way. And the Cavs ain't let them do none of that. Like they made sure they didn't get any offensive rebounds. They were not even ass. They were more physical than the Knicks were today. They beat them up physically, and then they have better players. Like they have
bullied
the better
them
players.
physically. They bullied them physically. Like they're stronger than the Knicks. And it was like, it solidified in my mind, like, okay, they caught the Cavs off guard. Like they caught them off guard. You know what I mean? I think they shocked them. I think the young guys weren't ready. I think Darius Garland got caught up in the Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell show in the fourth quarter for sure. Because it was a show. Like they were just doing some incredible stuff and he ain't never seen nothing like that. And he forgot he in the goddamn game. You know what I mean?
But you see the adjustment Donovan made today was he was like, you know what? Let me not make this about me and just try to go kill them. And let me go get Darius some shots. Let me go get Evan Mobley some shots. Let me go get Jared Allen some shots or Danny Green some shots. He had 13 assists. He had 13 assists today.
Hey, how many points did he have? Like 20?
I don't even think he had 20.
He had like 15 last time I checked.
He has 17 points. He had 13. He almost had more assists. He had points.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's the adjustment he had to make. He's like instead of making it about me, let me go help the team win.
Well, Evan ended with 13 and 13. Jared had 10 and 9. We still need more production out of those two.
Hey, but you know what, bro? If you look at what they both did defensively,
yeah, they were both dominant defense. Like I think the offense is going to follow. Like usually when their offense sags off, they have like a good game defensively, and then that's when Jared, like I think Jared and Evan start to realize, oh, we're stronger than these dudes. We can move them. Like we don't gotta really bow down. You know, I think that was an important realization for them to both have. So hopefully they start playing like their normal selves, because you're gonna need them to win you a game on the road. We know that we're hoping that Donovan Mitchell's good for one of the games on the road. You get back home court, and then hopefully you can win another game in New York, go up 3-1 and finish this thing in 5 or 6. What do you think? You think still like 6 games is the most realistic outcome for this series?
I said before the series, Cavs was 7. To be honest, these next 2 games are going to let me know pretty much everything I need to know, because the Cavs have had some struggles on the road this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so these were always going to, even if they were up 2-0, these were always going to be the most important games of the series to me. If they win game 3, I think I'm with you on this series being over in 6, but we got to see what happens in game 3.
If they win game 3, I think this is over at 5. In my opinion.
Nah, because I still, even if they win game 3, I still think the Knicks could get game 4. But it just depends. It's like, can Julius go? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a thing now that we got to look at. Is he gonna be able to go? How are the Knicks gonna adjust in game 3? Can they adjust in game 3?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I want to say the next game is gonna tell me a lot about.
I don't think the Cavs are gonna play another game that bad in this series. And I keep going back to it. They played horrible, and they still probably should have won that game.
They definitely should have won that game, and they played terrible.
And it, like, sometimes in these series, you get the one win because you just hustle and you want it more. I feel like, what if the Knicks got that win in game 1, and then like reality start to set in? Because like this wasn't just, hey, we beat you by 20 because we were having a good shooting night. This was I talked about this like with running the football. This was a demoralizing 20-point victory. Like if you're the New York Knicks or a Knicks fan, this was something different where it's like, oh, nah, we're just going to do whatever we want on both sides of the ball and then truly suffocate you defensively. Like they were in hell defensively. Especially anybody other than Jalen Brunson. And even Jalen Brunson was in hell for portions of this game.
Yeah, but I don't think they were ready for... I don't think Brunson was ready for them trapping him this game. They were like, okay, we're not gonna play you straight up. Clearly, we can't do that. So, we gonna show you some different looks and see how you react, see how you respond. And he didn't react. Like he didn't respond well to it at all today. To be completely honest, like he didn't. And to me, like the way that they won the game, it would be different if it was like they were hitting a bunch of contested shots. You know how like sometimes teams have games where they just throwing up bullshit and they just go in. Like, that's not what that was. Like, they physically beat you up today. Like, they physically were moving you out the way. Like, and just punishing you physically, which I don't think the Knicks thought that they could do.
Mm-hmm.
And to see, like, can you adjust? Is there an adjustment for a team just being more physical than you? I don't think there's an adjustment for that.
Yeah, and I think the Cavs won this game playing exactly how New York felt like they needed to play in order to win. Like they out physical New York in their game, right? Like New York wanted to come in here, be bruising, be physical, and thought that they were gonna, be able to overpower the Cavaliers here, and they just got completely overpowered in their own style. And it's like Donovan Mitchell really didn't even have to do anything offensively in order to get that going. We know Darius Garland, what he's capable of. We know he has some issues being consistent. Karis LeVert had a good night. That's not going to happen every night. But the Knicks' biggest problem is just like they can't score. And
they can't score. They really
and
can't.
We know how much that kills you in the playoffs. Like the even good teams, like if you think of like the good regular season teams, like, you know, we always go back to like the 2010 Hawks where they had 5 All-Stars, but they had nobody who could just get you, who was that guy who could just get you the bucket. And Jalen Brunson is a dude who can get you a bucket at a high level, but he's not necessarily like Donovan Mitchell level bucket getter.
No, and I think what's so frustrating for fans is like when you watch a team in the regular season and you see what they do in the regular season, you're like, oh, he can do X, Y, Z. But like, man, the playoffs is such a different game.
Mm-hmm.
And there's such a difference between having a guy who can get his game off in the regular season and then having a guy who can still do the same thing or even take it to a different level in a slower, more physical, more like demanding style of basketball. And the Cavs have a guy like that in Donovan Mitchell who's shown that he can do it. I think Darius Garland, his performance tonight went a long way and maybe saying like, okay,
because that was a playoff 40 that he got there. That was he got it the hard way. Like tons of shots at the free throw line, tons of like punishment that he took. Like this wasn't a Darius Garland, I made 7 threes, I'm amazing at shooting game. This was a Darius Garland, I got this in the mud. Like I manifested a great game today.
And the most impressive part of his game today wasn't even what he did on offense. It's what he did on defense. Like he was getting into guys. He took a charge. I don't think I see him take a charge.
Somebody said something disgusting about Darius Garland because it seems like he was taking that whole personal the whole game.
like I was like, bro, I've literally never seen you play defense like this.
He's usually a pretty smiley dude. No smiles, dog, and he was cooking them.
Like he was in Quentin Grimes like real, bro. Like he was all over him defensively. I'm like,
they might have unlocked the dog in Darius. I've never seen him I've seen him have more high scoring games, more efficient games, but this was a different like he was kind of like closing. You know what I mean? This is a different. This elevates what you think Darius Garland is capable of. This kind of a game.
Yeah, because the knock on him and really the knock on the Cavs, even this season, was just like they got 2 small guards, so you can attack them defensively. Even with Allen and Mobley behind them, even though they're great defenders, and they had the best defense in the league because they're great defenders. But you can attack those small guards and really give them problems. But not if they playing like that. You can't.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. That is the thing there with the Cat. Like it's just it's so interesting how much this game's going to change how people talk about the series, because I don't know. I feel like this felt like one of those games where you're like, oh no, I don't think the Knicks are going to be able to do it. Like I didn't really think the Knicks were going to be able to do it. So maybe I'm just looking at it from that standpoint where I wasn't that big of a believer in the Knicks to begin with. But this to me was like, if I had any doubt in my mind that the Cavs were going to win this series, I really don't have it anymore. You know, I think everything that I was worried about got answered today, and I think the Cavs are going to be able to do what they need to do, barring anything catastrophic happening to the team. Obviously, knock on wood. But this was one of those like, okay, Darius Garland showed me something I didn't even expect to see out of him. I thought he was going to have a good game. I didn't think it was going to be like this. Evan Mobley and Jared closer to themselves, especially defensively, offensively. Still, Evan was shooting some bullshit still, but he's just got to get used to. He's got to get used to. I saw him almost take a 3, and I was like, "Nah, Evan, we let that shit slide in the regular season." Because sometimes
You know you can't hit that, bro. Come on now.
No, because sometimes Evan will shoot that shit in like the last 2 minutes of a close game. Like he's done that before, and sometimes he makes it, but most of the time he doesn't.
Actually hit him in like clutch moments, which is crazy.
Yeah, but like I'd be so furious at the audacity of him to take that shot in that moment because we all know why he takes them threes. Just get comfortable shooting them in the game. That's for the second quarter, baby, not the fourth. You know what I mean? But he will shoot one.
It's like, bro, 2 minutes left. What are you doing?
Oh, what? It's like when Verjao used to take jumpers. It's like, come on, man, that's not for you. Like that's not where you get your 7 attempts in. Like that's not. But that was to me is like, okay, I think the Cavs are who we think they are. Now we'll see if that ends up being true. We'll see if Knick fans end up raiding the chat and talking shit and trying to ride on me and talk all this garbage to me on Thursday. But I got to go Dennis Green here, Cole. They are who I thought they were. They are who I thought they were. You know what I mean? And they are who I thought they were. Yeah.
2 games in.
They are who, look, I wanted to say it after the first game. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Because that's what it was. They are exactly who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. But thankfully, in the NBA, you get 7. Well, you have to go win 4 games. So you might let them off the hook in 1. That don't necessarily mean that you out of it. So that was they needed that game. The Cavs needed, I was talking about this to you literally when I predicted this. I was like, they need to win by 20 or by a large margin in this game. So they go into Madison Square Garden feeling like, all right, this us. You know what I mean? Instead of worrying about all the other stuff, it's like, nah, this us. We about to do this. Let's go home.
Look, man, you was right. I'll admit it.
Mm-hmm.
You called and you was right. And I ain't mad at that.
I wish I had video of how right I was because it wasn't like I was being like joking about it. I was like, nah, we're going to win by 30. We going to win by 20 tonight and we going to be all right. It was, I just felt that in the core of my stomach. I'm like, nah, we winning by 20.
Look, man, I got to see one more game. I need one more game. I need that in game 3. And I might be with you, but they got to show me that they can win on the road in the playoffs. I got to see it.
That's true. Now, they went on the road in New York, and people have pointed out, New York's not good at home for whatever reason this year. So there is that. I don't think they have a great home record. And again, Donovan Mitchell's due for one.
If we get the Donovan Mitchell 50 ball in game 3, I'm gonna be right.
Yeah, if Donovan Mitchell puts up 50 in game 3, there might be a fight in game 4. Like if I'm Julius Randle and I'm still out there, I gotta fight Donovan Mitchell, damn it, because he's not doing it again. Like, you know.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I don't think Julius Randle gonna be the one who start the fight.
Who you think gonna start it?
It's definitely gonna be Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes. It's gonna be Quentin Grimes.
But you know what?
RJ Barrett gonna act like he gonna jump in knowing damn well. Nah.
Whoever's guarding Donovan, if Donovan go off and have a crazy game, whoever was guarding him in that game is definitely starting to fight game 4.
And again, I'll say this about Donovan Mitchell. He is more of a stay-ready all-star than you would assume. You know what I mean? You remember when Dylan Brooks tried that thing on him and he didn't hesitate to throw the ball at him. That's all I'm saying. And then what did he do? The most important thing? He stepped into the fight. Like he did not wait for nobody to come. He was ready for the fight. I would not underestimate Donovan Mitchell's ability to decide that some straightening need to happen during the game if he felt disrespected. You know, he is the nicest dude in the world. But those are the ones that you got to worry about, man. The really nice people, they'll give you the shirt off their back. They will also steal off on you if you disrespect them. Like some of the most dangerous people I know are some of the nicest people in the world. You don't want it with them.
It's the quiet ones. It's the quiet ones.
The quiet and then the most the more he love his mama and the more public he about it with his love with his, like he takes his mama to the games, like almost every game. And his sister. Oh no, that is a brother that fights, dog. Like,
Hey, it might be a brother that might kill you. I'm like,
I would not want to be the dude who decides, hey, I'm gonna talk trash to Donovan Mitchell. Let me talk about his mama. I'm pretty sure they know that's out of bounds. Like, don't do that.
yeah,
Do
they like, hey, relax. That's all they gonna say. Just like, relax.
you know what I mean? I would love to know what KG would say to Donovan Mitchell. Like, what would that conversation look like, KG to Donovan Mitchell? That would
You couldn't even talk about that. He the only way we would know, he would have to talk about on his podcast. That's the only way we would ever
there would
find
be
out.
two people that would go there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's Gary Payton and it's Kevin Garnett. Those are the only two people who.
You know what? Kobe would.
Kobe wasn't really going to make it about anything other than basketball, though.
That's true.
Kobe was about the competition. Same thing with Jordan, right? Jordan wasn't pulling. I'm saying Kevin Garnett, we all know what he said to Carmelo Anthony. If you don't, Google it.
Google that.
Like,
Google that.
Those are guys who are willing to go a little bit above and beyond. Like,
hey, KG was so flagrant, bro. So flagrant.
Yeah, KG was wild with it. And did you ever hear the story about DeMarcus Cousins and Tim Duncan?
No, I heard about the Tim one.
Okay, so DeMarcus Cousins, I guess it was like his first or second year in the league. You know, he was eating off Tim, right? You know, it was like he got eaten. Like Tim used to just cook him whenever he played him, and Tim got a little older and he started cooking Tim, and he started talking shit to Tim Duncan. And then he said the whole second half I was in hell. And Tim Duncan was talking shit in his very Tim Duncan ways where he was like, almost. Nice shot. Good try. And then smack you on the ass. He was like, man, I didn't know what to do. I was so frustrated when I went back to my hotel room. Like,
that sounded like some shit Tim was saying. Like that kind of trash talk would probably make me more angry than anything KG would say.
Because you can't even respond to it. That's what KG used to say. KG used to be like, yo, like Tim Duncan is the one that I refuse to talk shit to, because he would do that kind of stuff and it would fluster him. It would fluster KG. Then he would be like, nice shot, KG. Good try.
What do you say to that?
Hey, good hustle there. And it is like Tim Duncan, you know, he's not being an asshole. He actually means what he's saying. Like
how do I respond to somebody being this?
Yo, could you imagine being KG, one of the best defensive players in NBA history, putting all of your effort into trying to stop a Tim Duncan shot, and then Tim Duncan being like, almost.
No, a good try would probably piss me off the most.
Good rep.
I might just swing at that point. Like, hey, bro.
Good try is crazy. Like, hey, nice try. You know what I mean?
Because you can tell he could be like, oh, that was a good one. Like stuff like that. Like that.
You almost got me with that one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's good. You should work on that. That's Kevin Garnett, dog. Like, talking to me like I'm a young buck. Like, hell no.
Whoever in the chat, please go look up KG's story about that one time he talked shit to MJ and he never did it again. Please look up that.
What, he like 17?
I think it was like his first year. I think he said it was his first year in the league. And like, I think he said J.R. Ryder was on his team or something.
Yeah, he immediately started talking shit, and then somebody was like, "Yo, no, Mike, chill, KG, chill."
He said literally, he was like, "Hey, you need to stop right now." But he was like, "Man,"
and then somebody with the mic and was like, "Hey, Mike, he don't know what he doing. He just young."
hey, he young. He new to the game. Mm-hmm. And Mike didn't care.
Like, that's That's the stuff that Mike has over LeBron. LeBron would never be able to have that mysticism about him because he's so public about everything he does. So the myths just didn't come out about him. Like LeBron kind of just tells you everything. That's what the Jordan had the benefit of. Like people just would be saying these stories about Jordan, and then you hear them all in the documentary. It is just like encapsulating how he does it. With LeBron, it's like we know all the LeBron stuff because LeBron can't wait to tell you all the LeBron stuff. You know what I mean? Like how do we find out LeBron can read defenses and tell people where they are? It's because LeBron told us he does. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference. That's the difference. MJ was cool with it. LeBron's not like super cool with it because he gotta make sure you know that he's a genius. And I understand the impulse. But
even though we know he's a like, bro, you ain't gotta tell us.
He's LeBron James. He has nothing to prove to nobody. But he feels like he needs to prove something to somebody, and I guess that comes from being heavily criticized his whole life. It is what it is, but that's why we don't talk about him like we talk about Mike, because Mike was able to. These myths just popped up about Mike. If he would have waited till like now to where everybody's gonna be like, yeah, LeBron used to just put me in position on defense so he can have a fair chance at stopping him before he destroyed us. That would be some crazy stuff to find out about. But when LeBron out here telling you it, like it don't seem as cool, you know?
I think I'm about to make Cavs fans angry. I think I just want to do that real quick.
Why?
Because they're gonna get mad, but I'm just telling the truth.
What are you about to say?
I'm about to tweet it. You about to see it in a second.
All right, let me go. Let's end the day looking at this tweet that Kobe is about to send to purposely piss people off. He about to be, we still should trade Darius Garland for Brandon Ingram. It's gonna be.
I'm off that. I already sent the apology tweet. I apologize, Darius. I was wrong. I still want Brandon Ingram on the team, but I ain't trying to ship you off to get him.
Why would you like no Evan Mobley slander tonight?
Hey, I just want to. Where the energy at?
Oh, what is this man about to tweet? Do you think Kawhi Leonard's a better player than Kevin Durant?
I think it's tough. Because obviously all time it's obviously KD. Like it's not even close.
We're just talking about prime for prime.
But if you're talking about right now, all I'll say is that Kawhi be looking him in his eyes out here on this court.
Yo, I just be forgetting how strong Kawhi is.
And it's the way Kawhi scores that I think makes it so great, because a lot of the shots he makes are super contested, but he makes them so efficiently. It's crazy. It's very like MJ.
Yo, he
like
was a 50
Kobe-esque.
He was like almost a 50 40 90 guy this year.
Yeah, and he's like super efficient. He scores in the mid-range very efficiently. Like the way he scores, it definitely reminds me of how Kobe used to score, except he's bigger. And he's not Kobe. You know what I mean? Like he's not Kobe, but just the way that he can just hit contested shots so consistently that it doesn't
crazy.
Like that's what it reminds me of.
And then it's also like the defensive element of it.
And yeah, and then when he's locked in, he's one of the best perimeter defenders. Not even just perimeter defenders, but just defenders, period, in the league.
I saw him just completely shut down a 24-year-old Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, just completely put the clamps on him. Like Giannis, when they won those first 2 games in Milwaukee, and then Kawhi said enough, and then won the last 4 straight. Like, that's how strong Kawhi is. He once grown man Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Man, Kawhi, when he was on the Spurs, like Bron used to hate seeing him, bro.
Oh yeah, he's one to check out. Like, because he's long, he got them big ass hands, and he's super strong. It's just impossible to deal with.
All right, let me get this tweet out real quick.
All right, let's get this hot take out. Are we gonna get a LeBron Cavs finals?
Whew. Script writers be in a bag if we got that.
You know, we got to go through all the arcs too. We got to get a LeBron Steph like series in there too. You know, the callbacks.
The tweet is there. We'll see what Cavs fans have to say.
Oh, you about to start the slander? By the way, shout out to JB for adjusting. Like he made better adjustments too for this game. I think he realized, okay, Okoro ain't working. Let me make some changes to the lineup. And he like I think that was one of the things I was worried about with him. And he showed me something there with the adjustments. Because that's what I was worried about, right? Tom Thibodeau, veteran coach. If it came down to adjustments, I don't know how JB is with that because sometimes these lineups be shaky.
I think that was the biggest issue I had with JB during the regular season. Is just like his lineups. But the fact that he saw that Dean Wade did not work, Ricky Rubio did not work. He ain't played either of them. And then Okoro, he picked up 2 quick fouls. He was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just play. I'm gonna play Chetty now. I'm not saying Chetty's perfect, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna play him, and I'm gonna play Danny Green, and it worked.
Hey,
it worked.
It worked. But all right, Cole, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let the stream go too. Cavs win. This is what we was talking about. That's why I wasn't tripping at the end of last stream. You know, go to New York, win game 3, get home court back, and then put them on the ropes in game 4, and then send them home in game 5. That's the goal. That's the goal here. But I want to thank Cole for coming on. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button.